kingdom over everything. Or you can say kingdom over everybody. Are you willing to put your mind, body, and soul on the line?
Call this kingdom over everything. I'm about my Abba's business, for I be my wedding ring. Married to the gospel and I'm faithful, never giving up. That's word to the chief. My belief in the spiritual. Do the work, plant the seed. Christ is what these people need. Not them doctors that y'all feed. Souls burning cause of greed. Hands to the piss out, wipe the swizz that from my brizz out. 10 toes biz out as I'm praying for my Chris out. Precept on them precepts while I let the spirit direct. Every move I miss, can't let the serpent dissect my soul away. Praying for the strength to make it through the day. Darts flying at me, but Ephesians keep me strapping. Pappy say he got me long as I worship his son. He say I'll never lack as long as he is number one. He is. That's why I'm on my knees begging for forgiveness. Regardless what y'all think, this kingdom business. Call it KOE. I won't let you get my life. I won't let you get my body. I'm a soldier of Yahweh. We gon' kill Illuminati. It's the kingdom over everything. We want the kingdom over everything. We call this KOE. I won't let you get my life. I won't let you get my body. I'm a soldier of Yahweh. We gon' kill Illuminati. It's the kingdom over everything. We want the kingdom over everything. We call this KOE. Got the spirit of Moses up against Janus and Jambres, exposing the lies. That's why these preachers is mad at me. Repping the covenant that was gave to my fathers. The spirit of Abraham got me drinking the water.
Strong beat. Like that Cardi. This the gospel, this is gospel, and now my whole team behind bars like the honor show. I'm unapologetic. You get no apologies, no healing matches is rapping into this idolatry. My people satisfied with a lunch. That's my boy Strong Decent, man. This president, he's in office, I'm in the market crashes. And you listen up, you guys say shoot is the target practice. Vandalism, straight to evangelism. I feel this mess with your head like a tumor and aneurysm. I ain't on the wall like I'm even gangsters. More attention, get drunk and glad you're cooking. I'm taking the mind of my people call me a therapist. You can't get it, you wicked, and you a heretic. Take a look at history, Europeans and terrorists. They released the heresy at the Edomites for the emperor. I got blocked and Jupiter. The Lucifer falling on Jupiter. I'm surfing on the beach, call me tubular. Never complacent, maneuver like a boomerang. They say my food is bomb like Saddam, cause my shit is nuclear. It hurts united green light, so they murder Jake. Cause they know we the angels that built my first estate. They know see us waking up having a nervous break. So far will be the reason decreasing the murder rate. 19 years I come from the people hood. Wake up, Jacob, I'm wishing my people would. They calling the righteous wicked, they calling the evil good.
Long bro, what? Long forward. Shalom, my prophet, my brother, share buddies. I read, Shalom.
Like I jump in the fourth dimension. In the program, the critiques of the Planned Parenthood. Woman.
Speaking of one out of everybody get it, bro.
The true name. Changed like Marquette when I'm in the first. Woman in the truth. I used to play with heavy artillery wearing vests.
Shalom, Bakaya Israel. I was about y'all in the building. Shalom. Yeah,
Just read that Malachi.
That's right. Shalom, shalom, family. We back in the building. All praise, honor, and great glory is unto our God, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. To our brothers and sisters in the faith, as always, we salute you. Oh, the light over there. Yeah, yeah. As always, we salute you. Want to say special shout out to the young lad. He held it down with another excellent lesson while I was out. All praise to the Most High for that lesson. Bringing more thunder as always. Gonna have a few announcements when the lesson is over. I'm just trying to give people a little time to climb in. Thomas Madison, Shabbat Shalom, my brother. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the title of tonight's lesson. The title of tonight's lesson is "What About the Other Nations?" We've been doing a lot of lessons on Israel and how Israel is the apple of the Most High God. We've been doing a lot of Melchizedek ministry, Melchizedek order lessons, and when you bring in stuff to light, and you get a lot of people. I don't know the name of that character that Samuel Jackson played in Django, but you get a lot of brothers and sisters, and especially our good Sunday Christians, and even some of the ones in the truth or so-called conscious Israelites. They get in their feelings when you start singling out Israel. But as we're going to do tonight, like we always do, we're going to go through the scriptures. And we're going to see what the Most High got to say about the other nations, because, the young lion did a lesson a couple of weeks ago at the class. And all I heard, I tuned in, via the web, whatever. And the main thing that got to me was people was like asking, well, what about the Gentiles and what about the other nations? And like I said in the class, just pass that. What about it? I mean, damn, they ain't had enough. And, and me and TJ was talking a little bit this week. And when you go back and look at the history of the European nations, or you go back and look at the history of Ishmael, and you go back and look at the history of Esau, why is that the first thing to fly out of y'all mouth when you talk about Israel ruling and reigning?
Right, the white man.
Why is that the first thing to fly out of an Israelite mouth who've been under the thumb of the Gentiles since the Most High put us under their thumb, since Nebuchadnezzar? But every time you talk about Israel rising up and ruling, the first thing out of Israelite mouth, well, what about the Gentiles?
Right. Yeah, like y'all start bringing up stuff that ain't even the topic of conversation.
Right.
Y'all start saying stuff like, we all gotta be right. Well, we understand that. That's why we hear in the scriptures.
That's right.
We understand we all gotta be right. But right now we talking about us coming together as a people.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we just talk about that and it stay on that? Either the white man is being brought into play, or we understand that we all got to be right. It's Israelite. That's why we got the scriptures open.
Come on, bro. Express yourself, bro. Go on.
You know what I'm saying?
I know you had a lot to say about the situation. Go on, keep on rolling, bro.
And like, I ain't gonna say too much because I'm gonna do all my talking in the in the coming weeks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because when the situation happened, I held back. I really held back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Practicing the fruits of the spirit, gentleness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that just irks me. You know what I'm saying? Every time when we bring up, we need to start doing this together. Let's start doing this together as a people, as a congregation, as an assembly. You know what I'm saying? That everybody start bringing up, well, what about the
What about the other nations? What about
Right.
the white man? Well, what about them? Like, they not thinking about us.
Right.
You sitting over here thinking about them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why can't we have something of our own for a change?
Right.
Why are we trying to go gather with them and we ain't even got us right first?
Come on, bro.
We ain't got us right first. The 12 tribes are still scattered.
Come on.
Why we gathering with heathens?
Come on, bro.
Why we trying to gather with any type of heathen?
Right. When we ain't together.
And we ain't together. You still holding grudges over your auntie that still owe you $20.
Come on, bro.
But yet you will forgive a Darren Wilson or George Zimmerman or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
you will quickly forget him or Dylan Roof.
Come on, bro. Bring it out.
Like y'all, we gotta stop that. That's very. That's a mental sickness, is what it is.
And most of you Negro, like he just said, got family members in your family right now today that you ain't talking to, ain't called, ain't checked on, nothing. But you will sit there and say out your mouth, well, you got to forgive. Well, you a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's why I titled this lesson, because I'm going to keep asking the question, what about the other nation? And don't get me wrong, this ain't no hate lesson. We don't teach hate over here at Order McKells. Right. Don't get it twisted.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
That's all.
Go ahead, bro.
See, this is another thing. When you start talking like this and start bringing topics out like this, people gonna put words in your mouth. Like, they ain't gonna hear you say one time. That you ain't gonna hear us say one time. You never heard us teach that no other nation will make it into the kingdom. You ain't never heard us say that. No, but the minute we start talking like this, that's the first conclusion everybody gonna draw.
Yep.
Well, are you saying that no other? Look, listen to what we didn't say that.
We read this book. We read book over here.
The scriptures don't say that.
No, it don't. But what it do say that in the new city or the new kingdom of Jerusalem, there will only be Israelites in Jerusalem. The other nations got to come up once a year, pay homage, and get their instructions and go back to their land where their forefathers were from.
Right. And let's be logical about this. All nations, everybody out of every nation is not coming up to Jerusalem.
Nope.
Like, let's be real. They won't even be able to hold all those people.
Thank you. They're going to send emissaries.
They're going to send ambassadors, messengers up.
Yep.
They're going to get the instruction, go back, tell them what they need to do.
Come on, bro.
Then the nation that say, well, I don't want to serve them niggas, guess what? You get no rain.
And he said he going to rule with a rod iron. You going to get your head cracked.
Yeah. No rain, no food, you die. Your choice.
Exactly.
Your choice. And those heathens that will be called by the name of the Most High that make it in, you're going to be a slave. And that's just what it is. Bond servant, whatever you want to. If you don't like slave, if that's too harsh, bond servant. Same thing.
Hey,
same thing.
And we're going to read book. We're going to read book. That's what it's going to be. And guess what? The scriptures we're going to go through tonight, he going to start with one nation to the other. And he going to get all the way down to the nation, who the land that he took and gave to us. He ain't leaving nobody out. And we finna get right into it. You hear me? All right. We finna get right into it. And we're going straight to it. Revelation the 13th. We're going to start it at 9.
Let us know if y'all can hear us on YouTube and
for sure.
Facebook.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah. Let us know if y'all can hear us, man. Because if not, we need to reboot some stuff. But let us know if y'all can hear us on YouTube and Facebook. I got my boy Wardy P in the building.
Shalom.
Beloved brother Corey Kirkwood in the building.
Shalom, my
you know what I'm saying? All my brothers and sisters on the feet.
Okay, we good.
Who's this? I know they ain't checking me. Shalom, whoever it is. How you pronounce it? You got better. Takara. Takara. Takara.
I ain't even gonna try to put you.
But y'all know, you know the sister or the brother, you know when you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into the lesson. What about the nation? Shalom. Revelation 9, bro. Revelation 9, picking up Revelation 13, And we're gonna pick it up in verse 9, read 9 and 10. What do it say?
And all that dwell upon the earth shall
13 and 9.
13 and 9.
Yeah, you started.
Okay. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
So if any man has some understanding throughout this lesson, understand what we saying. We reading straight books. So if you gonna understand what the Most High is gonna put down through the scriptures, then absorb it. Absorb it. Go ahead and read.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So he that put you in slavery is going into slavery. He that leadeth into captivity is going into captivity. Now, what is captivity?
That's slavery.
That's slavery. That's servitude. Now, I didn't write that.
Right. And let's just take race. Let's take skin color off the table. Let's take black and white off the table.
Come on, bro. Come on.
But even if you do that, it still got to go back to that, because that's what this thing about, separating nations.
That's what he said he gonna do.
So let's take black and white off the table just for a quick second.
Yeah,
we're gonna run right back into it.
You don't have to.
Who went into the most brutal slavery ever known to man, and who led us into that slavery?
Ishmael, Japhet, Edom.
I mean, come on, like let's be real, let's be logical about this.
Right.
Like this ain't say this verse ain't got Israel in it.
Nope.
It just say he that leadeth into captivity shall go. So who is that? Just
right.
Of what you done seen after all these years and no history. Who is that?
Right.
That's the white man condition being reversed. He's going in the chain.
That's it. So it said shall, not might, could be, or possibly.
Right.
Shall go into captivity. Finish reading, bro.
It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed.
Might be killed.
Must be.
So every Gentile, Hamite, Ishmaelite, Edomite that been killed with the sword. Now, they dead and gone, most of them, except for the ones you got around today. But guess what? They see you got to take them fall too. So they must be killed with the sword. Continue to read, bro.
Yeah. Here is the patience and the faith of the son.
So just take comfort in these words. Now, I'm going to switch it up a little bit and get a precept. Go to Jeremiah 30 and read one verse, verse 16. Jeremiah 30. Yeah, because that's just you one verse in it. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah 30. They're going to read verse 16. Here go the precept to that. Jeremiah 30 and 16, what do it say, my young brother?
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
So everybody that they devour, physically, monetarily, biologically, whoever have devoured you, that is Jeremiah talking, right? So he's talking to Israel. I just want to get that straight. If they have devoured, they going to get devoured. Continue to read.
All thine adversaries,
all thy enemies,
every one of them,
he ain't gonna leave nobody out, meaning past, present, and future. Go ahead.
Shall go into captivity.
Shall go what?
Into captivity.
So bring everybody that's dead and gone, everybody that's living now, the ones gonna be living in the future that's gonna be doing this before Yeshua gets back. Every last one of them going into captivity. Not my word, the words of the Most High. Continue to read.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
Oh, all my money coming back, all my rank coming back, all my dignity coming back. Whatever you took from me, I need to get that back. Continue to read.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
And he gonna give them to be preyed upon. Now, that's your two precepts. I don't worry about no one line. Now let's go to Isaiah 55, bro. I wanted to throw that in there because I know a lot of people. I thought about that at the class. Well, he one line. That was okay. Well, we got our two witnesses. 55, Isaiah 55, we're going to read verses 10 and 11. Because we just read it twice that they going into captivity, they're going to be preyed on. Eh? Now, you think he lied? Read Isaiah 55 and start at that verse 10. What do you say?
But as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither.
And return it. See the rain go down. It don't go back to where it came from. Continue to read.
but watereth the earth
and
make it to bring forth and bud.
So when the water comes down, he make the earth bring forth and bud. So the Most High word is gonna produce what he said it's gonna produce. Continue to read.
That it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater.
Go ahead, brother.
So shall my word go forth out of my mouth.
Yes, sir.
It shall not return unto me void,
but
it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent.
Now, one thing I kept reading, and I kept reading every time I read this, it's gonna prosper in the thing that I please, and it pleases him, according to 2 Thessalonians, that is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation on those that trouble you.
Yeah.
So whatever he said that came out of his mouth, it's gonna prosper in that thing when he sent it. It ain't coming back void. Now, I just wanted to get that straight. So when we talk about the Gentiles and the heathens going in Israelite and going into captivity, not our word, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because he says it's gonna prosper, and it ain't coming back void. Let's go to the next place, bro. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy 32. Because it's high time, bro, that we stop always trying to soften the blows for other people, and ain't no blows been softened for us.
Man, what?
And like I said, don't get me wrong. I got some Gentile people I work with, and I know they good people. I ain't got nothing against them person. They ain't never did nothing. But as a whole, as a nation, as a country, bruh, when it's time for me to go and them go back where they going, that's just what it is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But hey, we're gonna continue to read this thing. Deuteronomy 32, bro. We're gonna pick it up at the 7. We're gonna read verses 7 through 10. But I want to key in on something in that verse 9.
It's almost like
go ahead, bro.
some of these people, like they just gonna be hanging around the leg on one of these heathens when it's time for them to go back to their home.
Like I said, just like that character on Channel 1, Ebenezer Booker, just like that character on Django, man, that Samuel Jackson played. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This joke got you in captivity, then killed your family member, and all that. You done seen all these slaves get beat and killed, and you crying over this dude, man.
Right. Then hear us talking like this and be like, oh, that's hate. That look, we ain't cut none of they babies out of they women's wombs.
Nope.
We ain't use none of they babies for alligator bait. We just reading the scripts.
We ain't took they babies freshly born out their mother womb and slam them on the ground.
We ain't sodomized they men in front of they women.
Nope.
Castrated they men in front of they women and burnt them and hung them.
Nope. We
ain't done none of that. But the minute we open these scriptures and start reading the scriptures, everybody little weak feelings get hurt.
Right.
Oh, that just sounds like hate. Thou shalt not abhor the evil. Look, we ain't abhor nothing. That's
these ain't all words.
We just read.
We reading straight book.
We ain't did none of what they done to us.
Nope. And he said they gonna get killed by the soldiers.
That's right.
They gonna be devoured.
That's right. Our Stockholm syndrome.
That's it, bro.
That's exactly
what it is. And then like I'm gonna tell you, like I told the class, your problem is not with the order of Melchizedek ministry. Right. Your problem ain't with none one of these brothers reading these scriptures. Your problem with the Most High, because we didn't write none of this. So if you got a problem with, matter of fact, don't even email me and nothing about no problem about what we saying tonight. Call it, go to the Most High with it, because I don't want to hear it, because I didn't write nothing in this book.
I mean, if you ain't coming with no precepts, you don't even say nothing. That's what the scripts say anyway.
That's it, bro.
Speaking to the oracles of God, keep your mouth closed.
Put your hand on your mouth. 32:7, bro. What do it say?
Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elder, and they will tell thee.
Go ahead, bro.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, he separated the sons of Adam.
Separated the sons of who?
Adam.
So this go for everybody. And everybody got a specific inheritance in this word. So, not my words again, the words of the Most High, but go ahead and read.
He set the bounds of the people according to the number of Israel.
He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. So everything, and we got a lesson coming about the 12. You see what I'm saying? Everything in this world is set up on 12. Even when the Father kingdom come down, it's going to be the 12,000 years. We can prove that through the scriptures. Everything. You got 12 hours in a day, 12 hours in a night. You hear me? 12 months in a year. Everything is set up on Israel. And guess what? Even how the kingdom's going to be set up, ain't no 13th gate for the Gentiles or Hamites to get in there. You hear me? It's 12 gates, 12 foundations, 12 pearls, an angel at each gate, 12. So when you ask me what about the nation, they gonna take their ass back to where they belong. Then what about the nation?
Right.
Simple and plain.
But Isaiah 13 say every man should flee back to his own land.
That's it. That's what it is. He said,
Including us.
including us. So we going back to Jerusalem. We going back to Israel. He said he set the bounds of the people according to the 12 tribes of Israel. Continue to read, brother.
And he set the bounds of the people according to the numbers of the children of Israel.
Right?
For the Lord's portion is his people.
For the Lord's portion is his people. Go ahead and read.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Now I wanna look at that blue letter Bible style. Okay, in that verse 9, it said, "For the Lord's portion is his people." Then he said Jacob, right? Now I want to look at that phrase, "is his people," and in the Strong's, it's H5971. I'm gonna let you listen to it. When you go in and listen to it, it say this right here. There it is.
Strong's H5971.
Am.
Second entry.
Okay. Now I'm gonna read what it says under the outline of biblical use. It says, so it says nation, people, nation, persons, members of one's compatriots, countrymen. So to be a countryman, you have to be from the same country as the Most High, or where his name is. Am I right, brother?
That's right.
Okay, and guess what the last part of it says? Kinsman, kindred. Now, if you ain't no kin to me, or you ain't no kin to the Most High, you can't dwell in Jerusalem, because you ain't a part of Jacob. Now, that's what it says. So I'm gonna read that again with the Strong, and it says, "For the Lord's portion is his kindred, kinsmen, countrymen. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance." Now, is that a little bit more clear? I hope it is. Read that verse 10. We're gonna move on.
He found him in a desert land,
Uh-huh.
in the waste howling wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
He led him about. He instructed him and kept him as the apple of his eye.
And we went over that a couple weeks ago. The apple of somebody's eye means you favor them. You choose them over another.
Right.
When you the apple of somebody's eye. Now we can shut the door on the lesson right there, but we're gonna stop on this head of this snake till it can't breathe no more. Now let's go to the next place. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. Go to Sirach, the 17. Let's get a precept to that Deuteronomy. Sirach the 17. You got your okay. Sirach the 17. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Sirach the 17, brother. And we're gonna read verses 17 through 21. Sirach the 17. Sirach the 17, verse 17. When you get it, go ahead and read.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people.
But what?
But Israel is the Lord's portion.
Did we just read that in Deuteronomy? Go ahead and read.
Who being his firstborn, he nourished it with discipline.
And that's why he whooping us today, but go ahead and read.
And giving him the light of his love does not forsake.
And giving him, meaning Israel, the light of his love. So, once again, you've got a problem with it, talk to God. Go ahead and read. 18.
Therefore,
Yeah. 18. Oh, you already 19. I'm sorry.
Therefore, all their works are as the sun before him.
Amos chapter 3, verses 1 through 3. Out of all the families of the earth, only you have I known. Go ahead and read.
And his eyes are continually upon their ways. None of their unrighteous deeds are hid from him.
Go ahead, brother.
But all their sins are before the Lord.
21, what do it say?
But the Lord being gracious and knowing his workmanship, neither left nor forsook them, but spared them.
Because see, a lot of people tell you, and just like Paul we're gonna deal with a little bit in Romans. Man, the Most High, the Israelites is gone. He ain't dealing with Israel no more. But he said he ain't never left them or forsook them. Let's go to the next place, bro. Let's go to Acts the 17. Acts the 17. Are we just getting precepts right now before we get into the restoration of Israel? Acts the 17. And we're going to read one verse. Acts the 17. And we're going to read verse 26. Let me get to that. Acts the 17 and verse 26. What do it say?
And have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth.
Now, if everybody's going to be up in Jerusalem, how they going to dwell on all the face of the earth? We just read in Deuteronomy that he gave every man, every nation a lot in an inheritance. Right. So they got to go back in their land. He gave everybody a place to dwell on this earth. Go ahead and read.
And have determined the times before appointed,
and
the bounds of their habitation.
And he said the bounds of the people according to the 12 tribes of Israel. So he done already determined where they're gonna be at. He done already determined where the other nations gonna sit when he come down here and rule and reign. So once again, the Most High setting this thing up. We ain't set up nothing in here. We just reading the scripture, line upon line, precept upon precept. Let's go to the next place, bro. Go ahead. No, go ahead, man. You got something wrong with it. Isaiah 13 chapter. Let's go there.
Isaiah 13, one verse.
All right. Isaiah 13. Where we go?
Pick it up at verse 11. I'm picking up at verse 11.
Want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Isaiah 13, verse 11, and I read. And I will punish the world for their evil.
All right, so we know what time it's talking about. The end.
Right.
He said, I will punish the world for their evil. Go ahead.
And the wicked for their iniquity. I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Even a man than the golden wedge of old fire. All
right, so after all this killing didn't happen,
right?
Let's see what's going to happen. Go ahead, verse 14.
Verse, you want to skip down 14?
No, yeah, read 13.
Okay. Therefore I will shake the heaven, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roll, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people. And they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
Flee to his own land.
That is again. Excellent precept, bro.
All praise.
Excellent precept.
All
now,
praise.
when you get through with this lesson, I don't want to hear nobody else ask me, because somebody come up to me and ask me again, pray that the Ruach is on me. You understand what I'm saying? Because it angers me to the point where you more worried about somebody else than your own people. You more worried about, because, you know what I'm saying, it don't make no sense. If the Most High called us the apple of his eye, and he said we're going to dwell in, well, what you going to do about it? Run your butt over there in their land, guess what's going to happen to you? They're going to bring you right back up to the room. We're going to read that.
Like, you done got comfortable in Babylon.
Yep, that's what it is, bro.
You done got comfortable in this disgusting, God-forsaken place. I mean, what do you think this is? You think this is living?
Sure ain't.
Hustling your food stamp card?
Yeah.
Selling books of your food stamps? I mean,
prostituting your daughters out.
Happy because gas prices then went down? Yeah. I mean, what is this? I mean,
come on,
you're happy because your paycheck here, now you can get you a couple of loose cigarettes at the end of the week and a 40.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we living for.
Yeah, but
this is living to us.
But them loose cigarettes in that 40 get you killed when them policy officers roll up behind you.
That's what I'm saying.
Just ask Eric Garner.
Just for having them, they gonna stereotype.
Right.
So it's like, but yet you see it every day. This either show you every day.
Come on, bro.
You not equal to them.
No.
But yet you want to be equal to them.
Right.
You want to be equal with them.
Right. When them lights come on behind a Gentile or a Moabite or a Hamite or whoever, well, not the Hamite, they kind of look like it. They might get them too. But look, when them cherries come on behind another nation, it's it ain't no big deal. When them terrorists come on behind me and this brother, you can best believe we don't know if we gonna make it home that night. You hear me? But y'all think y'all eat. Y'all think everything. You see, that's a problem. Y'all think y'all got some rights.
Right.
Y'all ain't got no rights. The only rights they give you is to breathe, and they can take that away from you at a moment's time.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't want nobody even sneezing.
Ain't nobody gonna blink an eye.
No.
Ain't nobody gonna say that he gonna go to court, get suspended with paid vacation, do a GoFundMe page, he retire millionaire, come back.
Yeah, and
Laugh.
he'd go and get him a job on a little small force in a little hick town.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
live off that $1 million GoFundMe for the rest of his
Right.
life.
But y'all think everything equal. I got rights. No, you don't. You in Babylon. You in Babylon, and guess what? When Babylon want to deal on you, they gonna deal on you.
Right.
Simple and plain. And to brothers like me and some of the other brothers that order Melchizedek ministry, talking like we talking, they'll put us on the hit list.
Yeah.
But all praise be to the Most High Yah. Yo, hey, Wab, hey. If I got to lay it down for that, I'm good. You hear me?
That's right.
Let's keep it moving. Where we at, bro?
Next question.
Let's go to Daniel the 4th. Let's go to Daniel the 4th. If I can get in the kingdom by one of these heathens killing me for teaching the gospel of Christ, all praise to the Most High.
Yeah, you know they banning so-called truth speech. They don't want nobody going in on these heathens.
Right. But guess what?
Guess what? We bomb.
Partner, you done ran into two that don't care.
Nah.
You hear me?
Nah.
Because I know if I hold on to the end, I know if I hold on to this to the end, I'm going to be God.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be handed down sentences. You understand?
Brother Ed, Shabbat Shalom.
That's my bro.
What's good?
Naptown in the building. Yeah, man. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off the track. Let's go to Daniel. Got a lot of people checking in on the man. All praise. Daniel 4:17, bro. What do it say?
4:17.
Yeah.
This matter is by decree of the watcher.
This is coming from heaven. This is a pronunciation, a declaration from the heavenlies. What do it say?
By the word of the Holy One.
By the word of the who?
The Holy One.
So you know this word is true. You can take this check to the bank and cash because it's good. Go ahead.
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Yes, sir.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
Uh-huh.
And set it up over it the basis of
So
men.
that's it. So the basis of being the on purpose, we know we ain't never had, well, I ain't gonna say we, because he ain't my president, but this country ain't never had a president like this sorry Joe.
Man.
Pig meat eater,
Man.
molester, pervert.
Man. Private part grab.
Yeah.
Never
The
seen
orange
nobody
pervert.
like him. Ever.
And look, flat out tell the Mexicans, we gonna build a wall. We don't want y'all over here. Yeah.
He's so arrogant.
And then guess what? Make an open show of a Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
Make an open show of a Hebrew. So, but y'all love these jokes. Y'all love them. And the book even tell you in Deuteronomy, you don't put nobody over you that ain't over your brother. That's Deuteronomy 17, 17.
Yeah.
17. Man, he said, man, so all you Negroes out here vote. He said, look, if he ain't of your brother, you don't set him up over you.
Right.
That's scripture.
Scripture say. I'm gonna tell you something else that's make this even more disgusting. When I heard people say, "Well, what about them or whoever of Israel?" Is you got heathens in this hour reading this script, so calling themselves debunking Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, it sure is. I say
That's what's even more disgusting. Like, and this who you cape for. This who you caping for.
Yeah.
Somebody who claim you delusional for believing that you God's chosen people.
Right.
And you wanna wrap your arm around their leg and hold on to these heat.
Just like Samuel Jackson.
Stop,
You hear me?
man. Stop.
And again,
Stop.
Tony A said, what's up, my beloved brother down in ATL? But again, this ain't about no hate. We read book. Where we at, bro? We going to the next place. Because I don't want to get too far. I don't want to make this thing too long. But we going to Romans 9. You hear me? Go to Romans 9, and I was talking to communicating with my brother Ed. He was down there in Gatlinburg.
Okay.
And he's like, man, he's down here. They ain't like that up in he said, he's down here looking in your eye. I said, hey, bro, you good? You down in the dirty south? You straight, man? They ain't gonna do nothing. But look, go to Romans 9. We're gonna read Romans 9. We're gonna read one verse. Then we're gonna go to Romans 3. We coming right back to Romans 9 to get the full brunt of Romans 9, and we're gonna read verse 14. Romans 9 and verse 14, bro. What do it say, bro?
What shall we say then?
What shall we say then?
Is there unrighteousness with Yah?
Is there unrighteousness with God?
Yah forbid.
Yah forbid. So whatever he decide to do, it ain't no unrighteousness in it.
Right.
He know what he doing. He don't need your input. He don't need, because see, our feelings gonna mess around and get us cut off. Your feelings and emotions can get you cut off. You don't believe me? When you if you ever get a chance, ask Brother Moshe when he hit that rock, because he got mad at them hard-headed Hebrews. The Most High told him, look, you can go over that mountain, die. You ain't gonna get in problem there. You go over there and look at it. See, you gotta be careful about your emotions. Well, you know, they got babies and they got kids too. I'm gonna tell you what he told Saul: kill man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and ass. Told Joshua, when you go in there and kill them 7 kings, hang their heads up outside their cave. Yeah. So ain't no unrighteousness in what he do, because he know everything and how everything moves.
Right. And another thing, like he know the end game to every situation.
Yes, sir.
So, and we don't know that. That's something that we can't look and see, y'all. So
right.
we have to understand.
Come on, bro.
We start saying,
tell it, bro.
This ain't fair, or this don't sound fair. You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful.
That's right, bro.
We can't see how the Most High see.
That's right. And hey, let's go to the next place. Y'all keep y'all marking in Romans 9, because we coming right back. I want to go here to prove another point. Go to Romans 3, and we're gonna read verses 1 and 2, and then we coming right back to the Romans 9. Is it all right, bro, my brother? All right, Romans 3, start at the 1. What do it say?
What advantage then hath the Jew?
Now Paul asked the question to these Romans. He said, what advantage then is it being a Jew or a Hebrew? What did he say?
Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Now, listen to the first part of what his answer is going to be. What's the first 3 words say, bro?
Much every way.
Much in every way. There's an advantage to being a Hebrew, much in every way. Just look around. Who hit the hardest in boxing? Who run the fastest in track? Who dominating football, basketball, and baseball? Who the most talented singer? The most talented composer? Yes, and even Beethoven was a Hebrew. Even in your evil, Israel, they try to emulate and imitate you. Even in your wickedness, rap, this mumble rap. I don't care what you do. You take your pants, hang them off your head. They want to hang them off there too. Even in your wickedness, you is the head up. Everybody trying to imitate and emulate you. He said, much in every way, but what's the last part of it?
Chiefly,
mainly,
that unto them were committed the oracles of Yah.
He didn't give them to Jimmy Swagger, Billy Graham, Joel Osteen. He said chiefly because unto them was committed the oracles of the divine answer of the Most High. So yeah, the heathen KKK man gonna be mad at you, because guess what? They know who you are. Donald Trump know who you are. The Edomites know who you are. And we finna read. Everything was given unto Israel. Continue to read, my brother.
For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yah without effect?
And like I said, he don't need you to believe in him. He's still gonna be the most high God, the most high power, regardless of the fact. Did we finish that?
Verse 4.
Go ahead.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
God forbid.
God forbid.
Yea, let God be true.
Let
every man alike.
Let every man be alive. As it is written, what?
As it is written, that thou mayest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Hey, so you can be justified. Now let's go back to Romans 9. Go back to Romans 9. Now we're going to pick it up at the 1. And we're gonna read verses 1 through 14, because it says, is there any unrighteousness in God? He said, God forbid. Now he finna explain the whole matter. Pick it up at the 1, brother. What you would say?
I say the truth in Christ, I lie not.
Uh-huh.
My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost.
Yes, sir.
That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart.
Uh-huh.
For I could wish that my soul were accursed from Christ, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
According to spiritual.
The flesh.
So we ain't talking about spiritual Israel. He said, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Because I ain't gonna name the brother name, brother. What know what I'm talking about? You got this one Hebrew, got Gentile teaching in his class.
Hispanic, he
said,
that's
my kinsmen according to the flesh. Who are what?
Israelites.
Who are what?
Israelites.
Not Ishmaelites, not Edomites, not Hamites, not Gentiles. Who are Israelites? Continue to read.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
Oh, so now we are pertaining to adoption. He changed our daddy's name from Jacob to Israel. One who has power with God and with man. That's what Israel means. A prince who has power with the Most High and with man. Continue to read.
And the glory.
And the glory.
And the covenant.
And the covenants belong to Israel.
Old and new.
Old and new.
And the giving of the law.
So ain't nobody supposed to be teaching this book if you ain't a Israelite, Hebrew Israelite. Continue to read.
And the service of God.
And the service of God. Uh-huh.
And the promise.
All the promises belong to those niggas, spirit chuckers, booty scratchers, like y'all like to call them.
Brother Charles.
Brother Charles said bed warmers. Like Brother Charles said bed warmers. Everything was given to those people who have been dispersed and downtrodden, like so many nickels and dimes, like the gum on the bottom of your shoe. Yeah. Everything belonged to us. And he gonna give it back to us, and we're gonna read through the reading of the scripture. It ain't gonna be nothing nobody can do about it. Continue to read.
Of whose are the fathers?
Whose are the what?
The fathers.
Uh-huh.
And of whom as concerning the flesh Christ came.
Now he said, my brothers according to the flesh. Now he said, according to the flesh, whom Christ came. Now, did it say that? You know what they're gonna do? Like you said, we thought they're gonna run over John 3:16. But we just read. Now, either Paul retarded and schizophrenic, or y'all just got a misunderstanding of the scripture.
Right.
Because I know y'all gonna run over John 3:16. But what we reading right here? But what we read, what did the Messiah say to the woman? And he said, it is not meat for me to give children bread to the dog. So you better get a better understanding of what you've been reading and understand this school of thought that you've been in.
Right.
Because I heard one of the sisters say, well, we all God's children. You can't read that. You can't read that.
And then see that's a misconception from Christianity. That's all it is. That's all it is, bro.
That's all it is. It's all it is. And then see, my thing, he said, according to the flesh, he said, now Christ came for those ones. Read that again, bro.
It says, and of whom as concerning the flesh, Christ came.
Christ came. He said, I have not come but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Continue to read.
Who is over all.
Who is over all?
God bless forever. Amen.
Go ahead and read.
Not as though as the word of God have taken none effect.
Uh-huh.
But they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
They are not all Israel, which are of Israel. Brother Israel. Go ahead, bro.
Neither because they are of the seed of Abraham.
Israelites.
Are they all children?
But what?
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Continue to read.
That is.
Uh-huh.
They which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of God.
But we are all children of God. That ain't what this just said.
Right.
Continue to read.
But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
But the children, now did we just read all the promises given to Israel? Yeah. But the children of the promise are given. Continue to read, my young brother.
But this is the word of promise.
But this is the word of promise.
At this time will I come,
and
Sarah will have a son.
Yes, sir.
And not only this,
Uh-huh.
when Rebecca also have conceived by
Yay.
one,
Yay.
even by our father Isaac,
Yes, sir.
for the children being not yet born.
Now, this is key. This is key. We get into this election and predestination right now. Continue to read. For the children not being born.
Neither having done any good or evil,
Uh-huh.
that the purpose of Yah according to election might stand,
Uh-huh.
not of works, but of him that called.
Now, here you have the Most High making a decision on who gonna rule and reign and all the promises and covenants go to before these kids was even born. He said, the children not being yet born, neither having done any good or evil, but according to the election, it's whom the Most High selects. Not your feeling, not your understanding, not what you want to do, but whom the Most High selects. I'm blessed, this brother blessed to be in that election. If we hold on to the end, we're going to receive the promises, the covenants, the giving of the law, the service of the Most High God, and the glory. Come on, read about this glory in a little bit. But continue to read.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Who did she go and acquire of? The Lord, didn't she? He said the elder going to serve the younger. Go ahead and read.
As it is written,
Uh-huh.
Jacob have I loved,
Yes, sir.
Esau have I hated.
And you can go read that over there in Malachi 1. But go ahead and read.
What shall we say then?
Uh-huh.
Is there unrighteousness with God?
What?
God forbid.
God forbid. So, and read that 15.
For he said to Moshe, I will have mercy upon whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
These are the Most High's choice. This is the Most High's choice and his judgments. It's up to him. He decides. Now, you good heathen that want to donate to the cause, we ain't turning away no donation. You good heathen that want to come up under Israel's umbrella as far as serving Israel, we ain't messed up about that either. We ain't telling you you can't get in the kingdom. We telling you that we gonna help the Messiah run the kingdom, and y'all gonna do what we tell y'all do, or you gonna get that rod iron on your head. And if you want to do even more good for the Israelites, go back and tell your people judgment is coming. That's all I'm saying. Just go back and tell them, man, y'all been leaving folks alone. Judgment is coming.
They ask you, well, what they supposed to be doing if they want to get salvation. Then you tell them.
You tell them how they get salvation.
They ain't happy with that. They complaining about that.
Hey, bro, you bend your knee to the God of Israel through the law, statutes, commandments. But at the end of the day, you going into captivity and you going back to your own land.
Exactly.
Simple and plain.
Simple and plain. They ask you, you tell them. They ain't got a problem with that.
And these milling mouth Negroes around here, y'all gonna keep on and get yourself cut off. You keep that milling mouth from going on. And we gonna show that in the lesson too. But anyway, let's go to the next place, bro. You read that 15 right there. All right, let's go to second Esdras. We're gonna get some precepts on that. You hear me? Second Esdras, the 6th, man. And we're gonna read 6 through 9. Second Esdras in the Apocrypha. Get this precept, second Esdras. And you know, it's funny to me how we can read the same book and read the same text. And everybody still has the question, well, what about the other nation? Well, we finna see. Second Esdras the 6th. Because we finna read a couple of things in this second Esdras. We're gonna do the 6th, man. We're gonna read 6 through 9. Second Esdras chapter 6. Verse 6, what do it say, my young brother?
Then did I consider these things,
Mm-hmm.
and they were all made through me alone, and through none other.
Yes, sir.
By me also they shall be ended, and by none other.
Now, this is the Most High talking to Esdras through the angels. And he said, man, because Esdras asked the Most High a bunch of questions. He said, man, all this stuff was started by me, and I'm going to finish it. And he finna give you a mark. Because we just read in that Rome that the elder going to serve the younger, right? Okay, now, when is the elder going to serve? Because the elder ain't serving the younger now. Because them was the ones that wrote the insurance policies on your slave ship.
Right.
Them the ones that run the entertainment business. That get all our actors and entertainers strung out on drugs and then still make money on after they dead. You hear me?
Dwelling in the clefts.
Yeah. They hide in secret places.
Yeah.
You don't know what he is. And I know the young brother been working on something about Zepho and how he infiltrated all the nations. But he said, hey, I'm going to end this thing, but he's going to give you a marker when it's going to end. Continue to read.
It says, and then I said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time?
The party, he said, because he said he's going to end all these things, right? So then Ezra said, look, man, when is all this going to happen? When is going to be the parting asunder of the time? Go ahead.
Well, when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follows?
See, Ezra knew something. He knew that this world was created to be inhabited forever. He said, so the world as we know it, when is it going to end? And when the new one going to start up is what he asked. Go ahead and read.
And he said unto me,
Mm-hmm.
from Abraham unto Isaac,
Yeah.
when Jacob and Esau were born,
Yes, sir.
Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Uh-huh.
For Esau is the end of the world,
Uh-huh.
and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Now, who running everything nowadays?
So,
Esau. He said Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Hallelujah.
all praise.
So he just gave you a mark. So when you see that eastern sky crack, and you see his foot touch that mountain, and he turned off to go deal with Bow's rock, it's starting to be the end of this world. But he said from the time that Jacob took hold of the heel, hey man, things were set in motion then. So let's go to the next place. Go right on over. Go right on over, brother. To this. Did you read that 9? You read the 9, right?
Nah, let me read.
Read that 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it again.
Go ahead, brother.
Esau is the end of the world.
Yes, sir.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So now, roll on over to 2nd Ezra the 7th, and we're gonna read 3 verses of scripture. We're gonna read 10 and 11, then we're gonna skip down. You heard me? 10 and 11, and then we're gonna skip down. When you get it, go ahead and read, my brother.
And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Now, go ahead and read, bro.
Because for their sakes I made the world.
Whoa, people got a problem. And when we read this in the class, brother, they had a problem. Read that again.
Because for their sakes I made the world.
Israel, portion, he said, for their sakes. See, no wonder they took this book out. Because in other scriptures, it said the other nations are like spittle unto the Lord. But he said, for their sakes, I made the world. Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it. We follow, continue to read.
And when Adam transgressed my statute,
Yes, sir.
then was decreed that now is done.
Oh, did you catch that, bro? There was another mark. So there was that predestination and election we read in Romans 9. He said from the time that Adam sinned, I already had this set in motion. That this world was made for Israel. Continue to read.
Then were the entrances of this world made narrow.
Yes, sir.
Full of sorrow and travail.
Go ahead, brother.
They are but few and evil. Full of pearls.
Did you? No, I ain't want you to read that 12. Let's get into another lesson. Skip down to verse 19. What do it say?
And he said unto me, there is no judge above Yah, and none that have understanding above the height.
So don't question him when he said he made this world for Israel's sake. He said, I know what I'm doing. There is no judge above Yah, and ain't nobody got no understanding like me. Let's go to the next place, bro. Let's go to the next place. I know those scriptures hidden like Steve. But hey, it is what it is. It say what it say. And it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Let's go to the next place. Let's go to let's get into this restoration. Let's go to Zechariah. Let's go to Zechariah the 1. I know that this ain't pleasing to a lot of people. But hey, man, look, I'm tired. I'm ready for this thing to wind up. Like the young brother said, you comfortable in Babylon? You comfortable with your neck up under this yoke of Nebuchadnezzar? You comfortable with this world has been getting hold into the hands of the wicked? What the script say? You comfortable with that?
It's the habitation of every foul spirit.
Every foul spirit
and unclean bird.
and unclean bird. That's what the book say in Revelation. Zechariah the 1, bro. We're gonna pick it up at 12. And we're gonna read verses 12 through I'm gonna stop it at 17. All right, 12 through 17. What do it say?
Then the angel of the Lord answered and said, O Lord of hosts,
Mm-hmm.
how long wilt thou not have mercy on Jerusalem
Yes, sir.
and on the cities of Judah,
Mm-hmm.
against which thou hast had indignation these 70 years?
And these are 70 weeks a day, but we ain't trying to get into all that right now. But it's still prophecy for the day. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord answered the angel that talked with me with good words and comfortable words.
Go ahead and read.
So the angel that communed with me said unto me, Cry thou, saying, Thus said the Lord of hosts,
Thus said the Lord of hosts.
I am jealous for Jerusalem
Uh-huh.
and for Zion with a great jealousy.
Go ahead, brother.
And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease.
And he said, hey, man, I am very, very sore displeased at the heathen who are there at ease.
Right.
Because, see, they kill you and they laugh. When George Zimmerman killed our young brother, Trayvon Martin, smiling.
Mhm.
When they pulled the trigger on you, they smiling. When they had you on the plantation, beating you, raping you, smiling. When they put you on those slave ships, smiling. They even now, they got 400-year head start and wondering what's wrong with you. They still smiling.
Right.
I am very sore displeased at the heathen who are at ease.
Or just even not even bothered by what's happening to us.
Apathetic. They apathetic towards your
You at
situation,
ease.
bro. You at ease. When they didn't have nothing to do with me,
He's displeased.
he displeased at your apathy. You apathetic, you nonchalant.
Right. Like you unbothered by what's constantly happening to the children of Israel. He said, look, man, I'm displeased at the heathen that are at ease.
And bro, care more about some dogs in a backyard tied up than they do it, bro.
Yeah, y'all throw a whole funeral for a damn dog. It get hit by a car,
Right.
but a Hebrew get mowed down in the street, and it's nothing. You at ease about it. He said he displeased about that.
Yeah. And blessing brother, my brother, beloved brother Malachi McAfee in the building.
What it do, Hebrew?
Yes, sir. But continue to read, bro.
It says, for I was but a little displeased,
Uh-huh.
and they helped forward the affliction.
Did you hear that? He said, I was just a little displeased. But you done more than what I told you to do to my people. You see what I'm saying? He put us in slavery. He put us under our necks up under that yoke of Nebuchadnezzar. But man, y'all done went too far with this thing. Right. He said, I was just a little displeased, but you have helped forward the affliction. So they're going to be payback. Continue to read, my brother.
Therefore, thus said the Lord,
Uh-huh.
I am returned to Jerusalem.
Yes, sir.
Mercy.
With what?
Mercy.
Uh-huh.
My house shall be built in it,
Yeah.
said the Lord of hosts.
So his house going to be built where? In Jerusalem. Go ahead and read.
A line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
Cry yet, saying, thus said the Lord of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall yet comfort Zion,
And can do what?
and shall yet choose Jerusalem.
And shall yet choose Jerusalem. So we know where he gonna set up there. Now we're gonna find out later on in the lesson how it's gonna be set up. But let's go to the next place. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. Let's go to, because we read over there in Revelation, he that leadeth in the captivity must go into captivity, right? Yeah. Then we read in Jeremiah 30, the one that in the devoured gonna be devoured, ain't we? Read that then. Ain't nothing we said it was. Right. He said, and the one that was preyed upon you, you gonna be for a prey. Now we're gonna read what the, so now we're gonna go see what Shaul got. No, everybody love Paul. Cause Paul just is nice and soft.
And Sunday Christian.
Yeah, he just nice and soft, and he included everybody.
Right. But that's what they think.
That's what you think. But you don't know Paul, right? Peter told you his words and his teachings are hard to be understood. And if you want to learn in the scripture,
yeah,
you're gonna twist it to your own instruction.
Yeah. Then when it come down to like Gentiles and all that,
come on, bro.
I wonder all the time reading Paul through the years. I always wonder why he would refer to his ministry to the Gentiles as a mystery. Like why he always called it a mystery. And oh boy,
right?
My brother did in Syria.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He did. Excellent series. Y'all need to look at it. And then, man, look, if you just read the scripture for what it is, he said he got the ministry of what? Reconciliation. Ain't no heathen ever been part of the covenant, so how can you be reconciled to the covenant?
Right.
He said he got the mystery of reconciliation. You better find out what you've been reading.
Right.
You better get some more understanding.
Man.
You better dig deep in these scriptures. Because can't nobody backslide but Israel.
If you ain't got, how you gonna backslide? You ain't got nothing to backslide from.
Exactly. Second Thessalonians, bro. We're going to chapter 1, verse 6. We're going to read verse 6 through 8. What do it say, man? Now, it's Paul now. I want to reiterate that. This is Paul talking. Now, I'm going to say it again. And was the heathens in chains at this time? Mm-hmm. Had the heathens been scattered at this time? Okay, so now we finna find out who Paul talking to in Thessalonica. Go ahead and read.
Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yah to recompense tribulation. Tribulation.
To what?
To them that trouble.
It's a righteous thing for the Most High to recompense tribulation to those who have troubled you. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity.
Right.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Those that have devoured you shall be devoured. Those who have preyed upon you gonna be full of prey. It is a righteous thing. We read in that Romans 9. Hey, is there any unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. It's a righteous thing for him for the big payback. Yeah. Go ahead and read.
And to you who are troubled, rest with us.
Rest with us in this thing. Go ahead.
When the Lord Yahweh shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angel.
Oh, now we know when this tribulation gonna start. See, you gonna go through the 3.5 years of tribulation, but he finna bring down problems like it ain't never been rained down. When he come back with his mighty angel, for Esau is the end of the world. Yeshua sprang out of Judah. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it which follows. So when he come back with his mighty angel, it's gonna be a righteous thing for him to have blood up to the horse's bright. It's gonna be a righteous thing. You understand what I'm saying? When he said, "Who is this coming back from Bow's rock with his garments dipped in blood?" It's gonna be a righteous thing when the mountains look like they're gonna be melting with blood. You hear me? It's gonna be a righteous thing when he say, "Come up hither." It's gonna be a righteous thing when he said, "All Israel in their land."
This sounds like hate speech.
No, that we read straight book. He said when he come with his angels, then he said, "Hey, he gonna bid you to come to," and he said he gonna have the bird and the beasts of the field come eat up all the bodies. And then the scripture also go on and say, even after that, they still gonna be burying bodies for 7 years. See, this is a righteous thing that's gonna happen. You don't get peace by saying, "Man, you know, y'all did my people wrong." No, I'm gonna split your wig. Your mama's wig, your daddy's wig, and your kid's wig.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Isaiah 11, the 11th chapter says, Israel and Ephraim shall lay hands on Edom and Moab.
Yes, sir.
Ammon shall be in subjection unto us.
Hey,
That's
what
prophecy that ain't happening yet. So
it ain't happening.
when is that gonna happen?
We just read it. When he come back with his mighty angel. Continue to read, my young brother.
It says, in flame and fire taking vengeance on them that know not Yah.
You hear that, don't you? With flame and fire taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High God. So, hey, we reading book. Now, let's go back to Deuteronomy 32, brother. Go ahead and finish that.
And that obey not the gospel of the Lord Yeshua HaMashiach.
And if you ain't obeying the gospel, then you're going to get your wig split. Simple and plain. Deuteronomy 32, bro. And while you pulling in there, I got to pull up some again in that blue letter. Deuteronomy 30, no, not yet. Deuteronomy 32. Now, this time we're going to pick it up at 41. We're going to read 41 and we're going to read 41 through 43. Deuteronomy 32, 41 through 43. 41 through 40. Yeah, I know it sounds like hate speech, but one thing you can't never say, that these brothers was talking out top of their head, we reading books. So if it's hate speech, I'm gonna say it again. Take it up with the Most High. I don't want to hear it. Deuteronomy 32:41, bro. What do it say?
If I wet my glittering sword,
Here you go. Man, he sure talking about a lot of violence.
man,
He sure talking about a lot of violence. If I wet my glittering sword, continue to read.
and my hand take hold on judgment,
Uh-huh.
I will.
That's all right, go
I
ahead.
will render vengeance to mine enemy,
Uh-huh.
and I will reward them that hate me.
Sound like some real talk to me. Go ahead and read.
I will make my arrows drunk with blood.
I will make my arrow drunk with blood. Huh? Now we read in the new. We read in the old. Go ahead and read.
My sword shall devour flesh,
Yes, sir.
and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives,
Uh-huh.
from the beginning of the revenges upon the enemy.
Did y'all read it? Did y'all hear what the Most High just had Moses to write down? I'm finna do some killing for on vengeance for my captives. Go ahead and read, bro.
Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people,
Uh-huh.
for he will avenge the blood of his
He
servants,
will avenge the blood of his servants.
and will render vengeance to his adversaries,
Uh-huh.
and will be merciful unto his land
And to who?
and to his people.
Now we just read who his people was in that Romans, didn't he? He said he's gonna be merciful to them. Now let's get another precept of that real quick, TJ. Go to Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34. Real quick. You're gonna get another quick precept because I don't want to hear about no one-liner, man. Well, you took that out of context, brother. Okay. Now, this Isaiah talking to Israel right here. Isaiah 34, brother. Read verses 5 and 6. You're just gonna read 2 verses. Go ahead.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Uh-huh.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Upon who?
Idumea.
Edomites. It shall come down upon Idumea. Continue to read.
And upon the people of my curse to judge.
Oh, so now we know who the curse of the judgment is. Go ahead and read.
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
It is made with fatness.
It is made with
fat.
it is made fat with fatness and what?
And with the blood of lambs and goats.
Oh, so now then we read it, just read that Deuteronomy. His end. So if you're an Israelite and you ain't with this truth and you ain't came up under the bond of covenant, because he said he gonna set the lambs on one side and the goats on another. Now he said with the blood of lambs and of goats. Go ahead and read.
For the Lord have a sacrifice in Boz.
He said, for the Lord have a sacrifice in the land of Edom. And what?
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. There was one nation he didn't call out down. He finna call some more down. Did you finish that?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, let's go to the next place. Let's go to the next place. Let's go to Isaiah 45. Go right on over to Isaiah 45. And while you're getting it, I'm going to pull up some on the blue letter. I want to make something clear on that too. Isaiah 45. And we're going to pick it up, bro, at the, we're going to pick it up at the 14. We're going to read 14 through 25. When we get down to verse 17, I want to break something down. We're going to break something down. But go ahead. When you get it, go ahead and read, bro.
14.
Yeah, Isaiah the 45. Pick it up at the 14. What do it say?
Thus said the Lord,
Uh-huh.
the labor of Egypt.
The labor of who?
Egypt.
Your first captives. Go ahead and read.
And merchandise of Ethiopia.
So now he's dealing with all these Hamites. Now we just got to read by Idumea, Edom. Now he's dealing with the Hamites. Go ahead and read. And of the
saints,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Shall come over unto thee.
Shall do what?
Shall come over unto
Uh-huh.
thee, and they shall be thine.
And they shall be thine. He said they gonna come over to you, and you gonna own them. They gonna belong to you. Go ahead and read.
They shall come after thee.
They shall come after thee.
In chains.
In what?
In chains they shall come.
Now,
over.
when you own somebody, they in chains. What do they make them?
Slave.
They make them slaves. So yeah, hit that. Just hit code program. Yeah, hit that code. So if the Hamites is coming over in chains, they gonna be yours. That make them your slave.
Right.
Simple and plain. Now I didn't write that.
Right.
So he gonna kill Idumea because you go over there reading it over there. They gonna cut the whole house of Esau off by slaughter. Mm-hmm. You hear me? Now he's gonna get these Hamites, the one that sold you to the Gentile and sold you to Edom, now he finna get them.
Yeah.
They put you in chain, now he finna reverse the curse. They going in chain. Go ahead and read.
I lost the spot. And they in chains they shall come over, and they shall fall down unto
They
thee.
gonna fall down and bow down. Go ahead.
They shall make supplication unto thee,
Please, please, please. Go ahead.
saying, Surely God is in thee.
Yes, sir.
There is none else. There is no God.
There is no God. Continue to read.
Verily art thou a Yah that hideth himself,
Yes, sir.
O God of Israel, the Savior.
Oh God of who?
Israel.
Yes, sir.
They shall be ashamed,
They shall be ashamed for what they done done.
also confounded.
Yes, sir.
All of them.
Some of them.
All of them.
So everybody that done died, everybody that's living, everybody that's gonna live, that's been had a hand in it, all of them gonna be confounded and ashamed. Go ahead and read, brother.
They shall go to confusion together.
Oh, they should go to what?
Confusion together.
See, we got confusion of faces now, but they gonna be confused in the latter end. Go ahead and read.
Together that are makers of idols.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Go ahead.
Beautiful. Verse 17.
Yes, sir.
But Israel shall be saved
Yes,
in
sir.
the Lord,
In the who?
in Yahweh,
Go ahead.
with the everlasting salvation.
Perpetuity.
Mm.
Perpetuity. Perpetuity with an everlasting salvation.
Ye shall not be ashamed,
Ye shall not be ashamed.
nor confounded, world without end.
Oh, world without end. So that's John 3:16, world without end. But guess what? I had to look that up, bro. Because that word without end, I'm like, okay, word without end. Check this out. This is H5703.
5703.
And. Now, the outline of biblical usage, it says perpetuity, forever, continuing future, ancient, of past time, forever, of future time, of continuous existence, forever, of God's existence.
Right.
It ain't, once this thing flip, it ain't gonna be no more flipping.
So the world of Israel gonna rule forever.
Forever, in perpetuity.
World without end.
World without end.
The society of the Israelites.
Yeah.
Gonna rule forever.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
With our high priest and our father gonna be come down here, man. Hallelujah. So now you reading this just like I'm reading. Now he dealt with Idumean, he dealt with the Hamites. We gonna get to the Gentiles in a minute, because that's what everybody don't wanna, these good Negroes want. Well, what about the Gentiles? So we're gonna get to them too. Continue to read, bro.
That was verse 17.
Yeah, 17. Read that 18.
18.
Yeah, we're going down to 25.
For thus said the Lord that created the heavens,
Uh-huh.
God himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established. He created it not in vain.
That's right, brother.
He formed it to be inhabited.
And it's gonna be inhabited. Go ahead.
I am the Lord, and there is none else.
There is none else. Go ahead.
I have spoken in secret.
I have not spoken.
I have not spoken.
So he ain't trying to hide this. Go ahead.
In a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob. Seek ye me in vain.
Man, something wrong with your Bible. Because he said, I said not unto everybody.
Nah, unto the seed of
To
Jacob.
the Gentile.
To the seed of Jacob.
Hamite,
Seed of Jacob.
Edomite.
Jacob.
Okay. He said, I said not unto the seed of Jacob. What?
Seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, spake in righteousness.
Yeah.
I declare the things that are right.
I declare the things that are right. So don't holler at me about what about the Gentiles? What about them? He said he declared the things that are right. And it's right in his eye that we run it. Now, go ahead and read, bro.
Assemble yourselves and come.
Yay.
Draw near together. Ye that are escaped of the nation.
Escaped of the who?
Nation.
Now, who is that? Sound like Israel to me. Go ahead and read.
They have no knowledge that that set up wood of their graven image.
Right.
And pray unto a God that cannot save.
Yeah, they do it all the time. Go ahead and read.
Tell ye and bring them near. Yea, let them take counsel together.
Yea.
Who have declared this from ancient times?
Who had declared this from ancient time, even before the world was created? Psalm 55, man, he said, me and the Father took sweet counsel together. You hear? He said, man, I walk with him in company, man. Go ahead and read.
Who have told it from that time?
Yeah.
Have not I the Lord?
Have not I, the most high, yo, they wild, hey. Go ahead and read.
And there is no God else beside me.
No, sir. Go ahead.
A just God and a Savior.
A just God. So this is just in the eyes of the Most High. Go ahead and read.
There is none beside me.
There is none beside me.
Look unto me.
Uh-huh.
Be ye saved.
Yeah.
All the ends of the earth. For I am God.
Uh-huh.
There is none else.
There is none else.
I have sworn by myself.
I have sworn by myself.
The word is gone out of my mouth. It's righteous.
Now, we read that Isaiah 55. When the word go out of his mouth, it ain't coming back, boy. He said, the word is going out of my mouth in righteousness. Finish that out. That's all right.
And shall not return.
And shall not return.
That unto me every knee shall bow, and
Yes,
every
sir.
tongue shall swear.
And every tongue shall swear.
Surely,
Surely.
one say,
Uh-huh.
in the Lord I have righteousness and strength.
Yeah.
Even to him shall men come,
Uh-huh.
and all that are incensed against him shall be ashamed.
And all that's all well, read that 25. Go ahead.
And
Read.
in Yahweh shall all the seed of Israel be justified,
Shall all the seed of Israel be justified in what?
and shall glory.
And shall glory. Are y'all reading the same book I'm reading? Now, do that sound like we all equal? Do that sound like we all on the same plane? Don't sound like it to me. But we're gonna go a little
You're
bit
not even on the same plane in his kingdom.
No, surely.
You,
Like I said,
this is crazy.
I'm telling you. But you know what? It's good. This for all the naysayers. And like I said, I'm gonna say it like I said it at the class. When you get out your feelings, you heard. When everything calm down, when you get through being mad at your brother T and your brother the young lion, go back through these scriptures and see what the Most High tell you. When you get out your feelings, now, cause right now you're feeling. Cause you think we hollering hate. You think we calling ourselves something. No, we reading scriptures.
Right. And now one time, I'm gonna throw this out there. Because people hear you talking like this, and this is the first conclusion that they always jump to. Well, are y'all saying that Gentiles can't get in the kingdom? We ain't said that. What this video been on with an hour, 20 minutes,
Right.
20 minutes and count.
Right.
You ain't heard us say that since this video started.
No. Nope.
All right. So don't put those words.
No, don't put that jacket on up. Let's go to the next place, bro. Let's go to Isaiah. So you in Isaiah 45, flip over to 61. And we're going to read something else. We're going to pick it up at the one. Now, I'm going to say this right here. If you looking at this through a Sunday Christian lens, reading this scripture we finna read, but we're going to slow it down a little tape for you. But if you've ever read this scripture and you looking at it through a Sunday Christian lens, and I'm talking to the ones who know they Israel, okay? If you look at it, you've been looking at this Sunday Christian lens, we're gonna break this scripture down to you and for you, all right? Now go ahead and pick it up. Isaiah 61:1, what do it say?
The Spirit of the Lord Yah is upon me,
Uh-huh.
because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Uh-huh.
He have sent me to bind up the broken heart,
Uh-huh.
to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Stop. When has the Gentile been in captivity? When has the Moabite been in captivity? When has the Edomite been in captivity? Now, when he read this over in the New Testament in Luke, he closed the book up on half this verse. But we gonna finish this verse. He said, "I'll come to set liberty to them that were captive." Now, when Yeshua came into the world and he died on the cross, you hear me? Was the Gentiles in captivity then? Or were we in captivity? Now, that Sunday Christian lens won't show you that. That God loves everybody won't show you that. That God loved the whole world, John 3:16, that lens right there won't show you that.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah. That there's no difference between the Jew and the Greek lens won't show you that either.
Well, I'm going to ask a question like I did before. Is Paul schizophrenic?
Right. And this man was a Torah scholar.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
So if we take that verse to mean what y'all say it means, Then he just contradicted.
Well, then ain't no-
Deuteronomy 76,
That's right, bro.
Ezra, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9.
All the scriptures we've been reading tonight.
All that.
Because here's the thing. He said there's neither Jew nor Greek, bond nor free. He said there's male nor female. So are we trans?
So all we all gender neutral in the
Right.
house.
We all gender neutral.
And then there's no bond or free, but your ass still here in America as a slave.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. So you got to understand what you're reading. He said, I've come to set liberty them that are captives. Continue to read, my young brother.
It says, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Who is filling up the jail? Is the Mr. Gentile filling up the jail? Is the Asian filling the jails up? To set liberty to them that are bound. Go ahead and read.
To proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh.
Oh, we read on that Thessalonians when he come back with his mighty angels. Then go ahead and read.
And the day of vengeance
Oh.
of our God.
Now we read day of vengeance 3 or 4 times, new and old. So now, who is he coming back to set up? Who is he coming back to take down? Go ahead and read.
To comfort all that mourn.
And where?
In Zion.
Cover all the morning. Who?
In Zion.
So now, he just killed it, made it plain for all you want. Well, he coming back to love everybody. He just killed it. He said for the ones that mourn in Zion, for the captives of Zion, for the meek of Zion, for them that are bound in Zion. Go ahead and read, brother.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes.
To them. So he just singled out a specific people. To them that mourn in Zion. Go ahead and read.
The oil of joy for mourning,
The
garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness,
yes, sir.
that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahweh.
Now who is in the vineyard? Who's the vineyard of the Lord of hope?
Right.
Who's in it?
That's just
Isaiah
real.
5, man. Who are you talking about in Isaiah 5?
That's just real. That's
That's
another
it.
name for Israel.
That's it. So ain't no, and I don't want to hear about no grafting in. Because we're gonna deal with that here in a little bit near future. But go ahead and read, bro.
They that verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And they shall build the old waste.
They're gonna build the old way places in England.
The old waste.
Uh-huh.
They shall raise up the former desolation.
Yay.
And they shall repair the waste cities.
The Gentile cities ain't waste. They ain't desolate. When Antiochus came and he desolated our temple, the Romans tore Jerusalem down to the ground. Ain't nobody told him. When he went on and told nobody stuff.
What?
So who is he talking to? Who is he talking about? Go ahead, bro.
The desolation.
Go ahead.
Many
The
generations.
desolated many generations.
And the strangers.
And the who?
Strangers
And the strangers.
shall stand and feed your flock.
Uh-oh. Now they got a problem. I can't see the white man eat doing serving me.
Don't matter if you can see it or not, really.
He said, and the strangers shall feed your flocks. Continue to read, brother.
And the sons of the alien
And the sons of the alien,
shall be your plowmen and
Uh-huh.
your vine dressers.
and they gonna be working in the field. Go ahead and read.
But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord.
Now, who is the holy nation and the priest of the Lord? It ain't the Gentile, it ain't the Hamite. And so who is this scripture talking about? And who was he talking to when he read it over the New Testament? Go ahead and read.
Men shall call you the ministers of our God.
Yes, sir. Then he said we got the minister of the law. Okay, go ahead and read.
And ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles.
Uh-oh. Time to give it up. Now it's gonna be a real jack move gonna take place. It's gonna be a jack move take place. He said you're gonna eat the riches of the Gentiles. Just like when our forefathers left Egypt. He gonna do it only on a bigger, much larger scale.
Right.
When we was time for us to roll, I gotta get that.
Yeah.
You hear me?
He said you're gonna be spoiled.
That's right.
That don't mean we gonna ask you now. We
Taking it. You hear me?
We
Bill
taking
Gates,
it.
I'm taking your Buffett, I'm taking your, you hear me? All you big wigs, I got to get that, man. It's mine anyway.
Just like how we snatched who we are back from y'all.
Yeah.
We
Come on,
taking
bro.
that back.
I got to get that, man.
Everything's
I
ours.
need that. You hear me? Continue to read.
It says, for your shame Nah, I'm gonna finish that. You
Read
should
it out.
eat the riches of the Gentiles.
You shall eat the riches of the Gentile.
And in their glory shall ye boast yourself.
Now who gonna have the bragging rights?
Yeah.
See, in their glory shall you boast yourself. Cause why? Continue to read. Boasting,
Spoiling,
doing
all that.
devouring,
Yeah.
killing, everything. Y'all gonna be in the field and we ain't. And don't go get me my lemonade like Bro Ward said. Hurry up. Get my lemonade, man. Kind of hollow. Get that fan moving with it. Hurry up and do it. Go ahead.
For your shame ye shall have double.
For your shame, you gonna have double.
And for your confusion,
Yay.
they shall rejoice in their portion.
Come on, bro.
Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double.
In their land, talking about our land, we gonna possess the double.
Everlasting joy shall be unto them.
That is again. It ain't gonna stop there with that perpetuity again. Go ahead.
For I, the Lord, love judgment.
I, the Lord, love judge. This right judgment to the Most High. Go ahead.
I hate robbery.
I hate
burnt off.
Oh, so y'all done robbed, stole, and killed. I hate rob. Y'all done took what we had when they came and sacked Jerusalem. They took all our holy vessels out. Got to get that back too, partner. Go ahead. So everything that's up under that Vatican over there, Jack move, give it up smooth. Go ahead.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them.
Yes, sir.
And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles.
And hey, and everybody gonna know who you is. And know how when the big man walk on campus, the big man walking down through the hallway, everybody move back. Yeah, man, that's gonna be move, man. Move back up.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no more of our young men being intimidated by these pigs.
No, ain't gonna be no more of that.
Nah,
man, you better not mess with them.
they head gonna be down.
Yeah, that's right. They gonna acknowledge your seed.
Yeah, that feeling gonna come up on them when they
Right.
that same feeling that
Come on, bro.
us, that's gonna come up on them.
Come on, bro. See, ain't gonna be no more putting no fear in the children of Israel. They gonna strike fear in your heart. Because you're gonna find out who they are. Continue to read. Where you at?
It says verse 9.
Right. Go ahead.
And all that see them shall acknowledge them.
And what?
That they are the seed which the Lord have blessed.
Everybody gonna know who you is. Everybody gonna acknowledge who you are, and they gonna know that your seed is the seed that the Lord has blessed. Now, am I reading this about some Gentiles being blessed? Am I reading about the Hamite, the Moabite, the Edomite? No. Continue to read, my bro.
I will greatly rejoice in the Lord.
Yes, sir.
And my soul shall be joyful in my God.
Go ahead.
For he have clothed me with the garments of salvation.
Yes, sir.
And have covered me with the robe of righteousness.
Hey, this is Yeshua he talking about. Go ahead and read.
As a bridegroom decketh himself with ornament.
Yeah.
And as a bride adorneth herself with jewels.
Hey, talking about the marriage supper now, bro. Go ahead and read.
For as the earth bringeth forth her bud,
yeah,
and as the garden causes the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Lord will cause the righteousness and praise to spring forth before all nations.
And everybody gonna know. He said spring forth before all nations. Everybody gonna know what the business is. And you ain't gonna have to second guess or wonder. Everybody gonna know. Man, them Hebrews over there, them God's people right there, man. Man, you know we dog them folks out all them years, man. And man, I didn't know. Because they gonna tell their fathers what? We have inherited lies. See, script, you talking about flip mode? This gonna be flip mode right here. He gonna flip the script on everything and everybody. Let's go to the next place, bro. Let's go to second edge. The 5. I ain't gonna do that 62. I ain't gonna do that Isaiah. Y'all go back on your own, read Isaiah 62, 1 through 7 and 10 through 12. Unless you want to read. Go to second edge. Second edge is the 5. And we're gonna read one verse after this. Yeah. Second edge, all right. Second edge is the 5. We're gonna read one verse. Let me get there. We're gonna read one verse, bro. We're gonna read verse 26. Second edge is the 5 and verse 27. What do it say, my brother?
And among all the multitudes of peoples thou hast gotten thee one people.
Thou hast gotten thee how many people?
One people.
Out of all the multitudes of people, the Most High only got one people. And go ahead and read.
And unto this people whom thou lovest, Thou gave us a law that is approved of all.
Now, who did he give his law to? We read in that Romans 9.
Easy one.
So out of all the people, there's only one people that, hey, man, he gave everything to. Now, let's go to Isaiah 62. Flip right on in 62. We're going to read 1 through 7, then we're going to read 10 through 12, bro. Isaiah 62, verse 1, what do it say?
For Zion's sake, I will not hold my peace.
Uh-huh.
And for Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest.
Go ahead, brother.
Until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness,
Uh-huh.
and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth.
Uh-huh.
And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness.
Uh-huh. The Gentile gonna do what?
Shall see thy righteousness,
Uh-huh.
and all kings thy glory.
Go ahead, brother.
And thou shalt be called by a new name,
Uh-huh.
which the mouth of the Lord shall name.
With the mouth of the Lord go name. Go ahead, bro.
Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord.
Thou should be a crown of glory in the hand of the Most High.
A royal diadem in the hand of thy God.
Uh-huh. A royal gem. Go ahead, brother.
Thou shalt no more be turned forsaken.
And they ain't gonna call you forsaken no more. Cause they ain't gonna call you that speckled bird no more. They ain't gonna call you niggas, spirit chuckers, booty scratchers, and none of that no more. That better not come out their mouth. Go ahead.
But thou shalt be called Hephzibah,
Hephzibah.
and thy land Beulah.
Beulah, uh-huh.
For the Lord delighteth in thee.
Because we're gonna be a delight unto, that's what Hephzibah means. We're gonna be a delight unto the Most High, and what?
And thy land shall be married.
And we're gonna be married right back to our God and to our land. That's what Beulah means. Go ahead and read.
For as a young man married the virgin,
Yeah.
so shall thy sons marry thee.
We're going back to our land. Go ahead, brother.
And as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall thy God rejoice over thee.
You hear that? Go ahead and read.
I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem,
Uh-huh.
which shall never hold thy peace day nor night.
Go ahead, brother.
Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent,
Uh-huh.
and give him no rest till he establish,
Uh-huh.
until he make Jerusalem a praise in
And
the
what
earth.
he mean by that, we need to be crying out to our God as much as we can to get this thing rolling and to keep us until the end. He said, don't give him no rest. Continue to be in prayer. Continue to be in praise. Continue to be in his word, and in meditation of his word. Skip down and read 10 and 12. What do it say in 10 and 12, bro?
Go through the gate.
Uh-huh. Go through the what?
The gate.
The gates. Uh-huh.
Prepare ye the way of the people.
Yes, sir.
Cast up the highway.
Uh-huh.
Gather out the stones.
Go ahead, brother.
Lift up a standard for the people.
Yes, sir. Jehovah Nisi or Yahweh Nisi. The Lord our banner, the Lord our standard. Go ahead and read.
You want me to read 11?
Yeah, read 11 through 12.
Behold, the Lord hath proclaimed unto the end of the world.
Uh-huh.
Say ye to the daughter of Zion, behold, thy salvation cometh.
That salvation coming.
Behold, his reward is with him.
His reward is with him. You ain't getting it till he come back, like we read over there. 2 Thessalonians. Go ahead and read.
And his work before him.
Oh, he finna come through some work. He finna split some wings. Go ahead.
And they shall call them the holy people,
They should call them the holy people,
the redeemed of the Lord.
the redeemed of the Lord.
And thou shalt be called, sought out,
Uh-huh.
city not
A
forsaken.
city not forsaken. Now, I ain't gonna do that numbers thing I did in class. It's just too much. We're gonna go right into it. Let's go to Revelations to 21. We got a few more after that. Revelations to 21. Because we just got to reading about them gates, right? All right. Revelations 21 and pick it up at verse 1. We're gonna read verses 1 through 3, then we're gonna do some skipping. Revelations to 21. But in that Numbers, if you read Numbers 1, chapter 1, Numbers chapter 2 and 3, it shows you how the camp was set up around the tabernacle. And you had the Levites directly around the tabernacle on all four sides. And then you had the rest of the children of Israel set up around the Levites, who are the priests, the set apart ones. He was showing you a picture, a glimpse of how the kingdom is going to be set up when he get back. You had the priests directly around the temple on all four sides. And you had the other nations set up in tribes of 3 on all four sides of the priests. So you got the tabernacle in the middle, the priest, which we are a nation of priests now, and the other tribes set up around the tabernacle. So now he was just showing you then how the kingdom, when he gets back, is going to be set up. But you can read all that in Numbers chapter 1, Numbers chapter 2, and Numbers chapter 3. It's just too much to go through at this time in this setting. So we're going to just give you some homework to do and get back with you on that if you got any questions. Go to Revelations 21 and pick it up at verse 1. I'm sorry, verse 10 through 15. I'm just going to throw it off. Revelations 21 and verse 10. We're going to read 10 through 15, then we're going to skip down. 10 through 15. Go ahead and read, brother.
10 through, you said verse chapter 21, right?
Yep, verse 10 through 15.
And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God.
Go ahead, brother.
Having the glory of God, and her light was unto a stone most precious,
Mm-hmm.
even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal.
Go ahead, bro.
And had a wall great and high,
Mm-hmm.
and had 12 gates.
Had 13 gates.
12 gates.
12 gates. He set the bounds according to the children of Israel.
So it ain't no gate for spiritual Israel.
Ain't no gate for spirit. Ain't no 13 gates for spiritual Israel or the Gentile. I don't hear that. He said 12 gates, man.
Right.
12 gates. And on every name of them gates, we're going to read is the name of the tribe. So if you ain't part of the tribe, how you going to get up in there? How you going to get up in there?
Ain't no gate for spiritual Israel.
Ain't no gate for spiritual Israel. I want to hear that. Go ahead, bro.
It says having and a great wall, and a wall great and high,
Yeah.
and had 12 gates,
Uh-huh.
and at the gates 12 angels.
So it's gonna be for lack of a better term, a bouncer or a guard at each gate. And if I try to go through the gate of Naphtali and I belong to Judah, he gonna, hey man, you can go around the other side. You can't come to this gate. That's how that's gonna roll. When you get, if you don't make the first resurrection and you get processed through the wilderness, once you get processed through the middle of this time for you to go, hey, they're gonna look, man. Oh yeah, that's a gate. You over there, partner. Go over there around that side. Go ahead.
And the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Not 13. Go ahead and read.
On the east 3 gate.
On the east 3 gates, this is how, if you go back and read that number, chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3, this is how the camp was set up as well. But go ahead and read.
On the north 3 gate.
On the north 3 gates.
On the south 3 gate. And on the west 3 gate.
Go ahead.
And the wall of the city had 12 foundations.
12 foundations.
And in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb.
Was any of them apostles named Jimmy Swagg, Billy Graham, John Hager, Joe Osteen? Hell no. So they back to the bus. Go back to your own land. We'll call you up here when it's time for the tabernacle. Send your emissaries, your people here to get their orders, and they'll bring them back to you. But see, because he said in his kingdom, no unclean thing can come in there, didn't it? Okay, then. We read book. Go ahead and read.
And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city. And the gates thereof. And the wall thereof.
Yeah.
And the city lieth 4 square. And the length is.
All right, let's skip down. That's all I want on that. Skip down and read 21 through 27.
And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was 1 pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold.
Right.
And it was transparent glass.
Go ahead, brother.
And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it.
Go ahead, bro.
And the city had no need of the sun.
So this is Father and Son down here on the earth right now, right? Go ahead and read, because he said in that 22, he said, and there I saw no temple therein. So the Ark of the Covenant was symbolic of the presence of the Most High. So now you got the 12 gates with the 12 tribes going through these gates, right? And he said now the temple therein for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. So Israel is in Jerusalem, in Israel, around the presence of the Most High God and the Lamb. Ain't nobody else up there. Go ahead, bro.
And the city had no need of the sun.
And the city had no need of the sun.
Neither of the moon to shine in it.
Right.
For the glory of Yah did lighten it.
Go ahead, brother.
And the Lamb is the light thereof.
Yes, sir.
And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it. And the kings of the earth do bring their glory and
Uh-huh.
honor into it.
And they go, see, brother, the nation's gonna be walking. Yeah, but we gonna find out when they coming up. Cause he said that they bring their what into it?
Glory.
They bring their glory up to it. They slow down and read a little bit, read that again. That's right. So he said, man, hey, they gonna bring their glory up to it. Go ahead and read.
And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day.
Go ahead, brother.
For there shall be no night there.
Uh-huh.
And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it.
Into it, go ahead.
And there shall be in no wise enter into it anything that defile it.
I want to sharpen the knife and go in school. But to bring something to somebody, don't you got to be somewhere else to bring it to? I mean, it just makes sense to me. I mean, you tell me if they already there, how they got to bring it in too. But go ahead and read, bro.
And neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh the lie.
And make it a lie.
But they which are written in the Lamb's book of life.
Lamb book of life. Let's go to the next place. Let's go to Psalm 79. Psalm 79. And we're going to pick it up at verse 1. We're going to read 1 through 4. Psalm 79, verses 1 through 4. Then we're going to skip down and read 10 through 12. 1 through 4. And look at what this says. Here go the precept. Psalm 79, verse 1 through 4. Then we're going to skip down. What it say?
Oh, yeah, the heathen are coming to thine inheritance.
Uh-huh.
Thy holy temple have they defiled.
Okay.
They laid Jerusalem.
Now this is when Antiochus Epiphanes came through, then the Romans came through and laid it flat. But go ahead and read.
The dead bodies of thy servants have they given to be meat unto the fowls of heaven.
Uh-huh.
The flesh of thy saints unto the beasts of the earth.
Go ahead, brother.
Their blood have they shed like water
Yay.
round about Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
There was none to bury.
And all people did not get buried. That's why he said when he killed, it ain't gonna be enough beasts to eat all that food, all that dead carcass. And we're gonna be buried for 7 years, and it still ain't gonna be long enough. Go ahead and read.
We are become a reproach to our neighbor.
We have become a reproach to our neighbor.
A scorn and derision to them that are round about us.
Go skip down now. Skip down to verse 10. Read 10 through 12, bro.
Therefore, wherefore should the heathen say, where is their God?
See, and they think we forsaken that. But go ahead and read.
Let him be known among the heathen in our sight by the revenging of the blood of thy servants which is shed.
And he said, we done read that over and over, and he gonna revenge the blood. Go ahead and read.
Let the sign of the prisoner come before thee.
Uh-huh.
According to the greatness of thy power.
Uh-huh.
Preserve thou those that are appointed to die.
Now we read that in Isaiah 61. Go ahead and read.
And render unto our neighbors sevenfold into their bosom their reproach.
Yes, sir.
Wherefore they have reproached thee, O Lord.
They have reproached thee, O Lord. What?
So we thy people and sheep of thy pasture will give thee thanks forever. We will show forth thy praise to all generations.
Now, if you said you're gonna be rejoicing on some dead heathen nowadays, folks would think you was a hate mob. But we just read that in the word of the Most High God. When he come back and give vengeance, that we're gonna be rejoicing in our God for what he done.
We did that when he drowned all these Egyptians in the Red Sea.
Right. And when them Maccabees was cracking wings, when they rejoicing then,
Right. What you think the dedication about?
that's what I'm saying. So, but you read that to people nowadays, they think you a hate mob. But we reading this holy Bible that everybody turn around so they read all that. We reading what's in it.
Yeah. A lot of countries, Israelites still reading these scriptures through a
Sunday Christian lean.
Christianity lens.
Yeah, man.
Through a watered down
Jelly-back.
world view, everybody's included
Right.
lens.
And see, they even got that bad in sport now. Even when the little kids playing football, everybody get a trophy. He ain't did no way to get a trophy.
Right. He get a trophy just for being on
Just be on the team. A participation.
How you participate if you sat on the bench all season?
Right. You been at ease, but you get rewarded too.
Right.
Yeah, you got a reward for you, not the one you think. Yeah.
You've been sitting on the bench all year.
Yeah, man. Let's go to Lamentation. Got one verse there. See, that's the crazy stuff, man, that people fall for when you ain't reading this thing through the proper eyesight or the proper lens, so to speak. Lamentations 1 and verse 10. We're going to read one verse here. What do it say? We about to wrap this thing up. We got 3 more after this, y'all. Lamentations 1 and verse 10. What do it say?
The adversary has spread out his hand upon all her pleasant things.
And, hey, they got all our stuff. They came and took all our stuff. They got them up under them catacombs, up under the Vatican, with all them butt top burglars and booty bats, defiling our stuff. Go ahead and read.
For she have seen that the heathen entered into her sanctuary,
Yeah.
whom thou didst command that they should not enter into thy
Now,
congregation.
they should not do what? Enter into thy congregation. Ain't no heathen. Ain't no 13th gate for the Gentile.
Right.
I'm sorry. It is what it is. He said they should not enter into thy sanctuary. He even told him in Revelation, look, man, the courtway of the temple leave out. Because it's given unto the Gentile. He don't want them standing where he gonna be standing, and he don't want them sitting where he gonna be sitting. Now we read scripture. We finna bring it on home now. He said that, hey, they should not enter into thy sanctuary, right? And what? They should not enter into thy congregation. All right, now let's go to Luke the 21. Go to the new book. Now maybe y'all believe it, if you should see. Luke 21. Luke the 21. Go ahead and read 19 through 24, bro. Luke the 21, verse 19 through 21. What do it say?
In your patience possess ye your soul.
Now we read that in that Revelation 13. Go ahead and read.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Hold up, bro. I gotta say this here. Now Antiochus came through there and tore it down, didn't he? Slaughtered a hog on the altar, right? He killed our beloved elder Eleazar, right? Killed the woman and her 7 sons, didn't he? Then he went to war with the Maccabees, right? Then Rome came and tore Jerusalem down to the ground. He said won't be one stone left on another. Why in the world is he gonna let them come into Jerusalem and live there?
Right.
That don't even make no sense.
Right.
That don't make no sense to me.
Right.
Why would he let them come in Jerusalem? They came and defiled the temple, took all our stuff out of the temple, killing our people. The women that were circumcising their children was hanging the kids, killing the babies, threw them off a cliff. Rome came and laid Jerusalem flat, but they gonna get to come up in there and live there. That don't make no sense. Did he say he loved righteous judge?
And the children of them that's unbothered by all this.
Right, the ones that
they gonna get to come up in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Continue to read, bro.
And when ye shall see verse 21,
Yeah.
then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Yeah.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter thereunto.
Go ahead, brother.
For these be the days of vengeance,
Yeah.
that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Mm-hmm.
But there should be great distress in the land,
Yeah.
and wrath upon this people.
Go ahead, brother.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
So now we back to the ones been led captives in all nations. But go ahead and read.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Now Jerusalem gonna be trodden down on the Gentile, but there's a gate for the Gentile to go through. That don't make no sense to me.
They had their fun by trodden our land down.
That's right.
You done had your fun with our land.
Right. They over there, the biggest gay parade in the world being held over in our land right now.
Yeah.
You think he gonna get him a spot over there?
Yeah, and you caping for these white folks that hate.
Come on, bro.
That hate the Most High's children. So how and you caping for these people?
Right. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Do you think their prayers are even getting past their earlobe?
Hell no.
Like, you hate his children, and then you will fix your lips to twist your lips to pray to their father, and then you will twist your lips to take up for this same heat.
Samuel L. Jackson to Django, or Django, what it was. Same, like the brother said, Stockholm syndrome.
Right.
You hear me? Mind gone.
Right.
You hear me? That's all it is. Finish it out, bro. It shall be what?
It should be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles.
Until the time of the Gentile be fulfilled. They time it has an end. Till the time of the Gentile be fulfilled. Meaning the Gentile time has got an end point. Right. And we already went through all that. So until it didn't say till the time the Gentile come to a possible end. They finish. It's done.
Already sealed.
It's a done deal. It's a wrap. It just ain't manifested yet. Now let's go.
Let me
Go ahead, bro.
Read this 27.
Go ahead and read.
28.
Read it, bro.
It says, and then verse 26.
Yeah.
Men's hearts fell in them for fear,
Uh-huh.
and for looking after those things which are coming
Read
on the earth.
Read it.
For the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
Yes, sir.
And when they shall see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great
Great
glory.
glory. Yes, sir.
And when these things begin to come to pass,
Uh-huh.
then look up, lift up your head,
Yes, sir.
for your redemption draw nigh.
That's in red letter. That's in blood. Now, do you believe what Yeshua had to say? We've been reading it all over the book. We're going to read it one or two more times. Go back to Revelation, bro. Excellent precept about it. I love that. Revelation 11. Revelation 11. Revelation 11. We're going to read verses 1 and 2. Then we got one more out there. We out of here. Revelation 11. And read verses 1 and 2. What did it say, bro?
And there was given me a reed like unto a rod.
Right.
And the angel stood saying, Rise,
Uh-huh.
measure the temple of Yah
Now, this is when the temple's going to be rebuilt. Measure the temple of Yah.
and the altar, and them that worship therein.
But what?
But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not.
Uh-huh.
For it is given unto the Gentiles.
Now, look. He said it is given unto the... He don't want them sitting where he going to be sitting. Standing where he going to be standing. He said leave the courtway out. This one Edomites going to build over there. You know what I'm saying? Because sooner or later, Yeshua got to sit there and he got to stand there. He said leave the courtway out. Because it's given unto the Gentiles. But go ahead and read.
And the holy city shall they tread underfoot 40 and 2 months.
So he telling you what time they're going to be in there during the 3.5 year tribulation. Add up 40 and 2 months and tell me how long that is. It's 3.5 years. So he tell you how long they're going to be sitting over there. He said it's been given to the Gentiles for 40 and 2 months. But let's go to the last place, bro. Let's go to the last place. Let's go to Zechariah 14. Zechariah 14. And we're going to pick it up in verse 1. We're going to read verses 1 through 5. And then we're going to skip down, all right? Zechariah 14, last place, y'all. Zechariah 14, we're doing real good. We're right on time. Zechariah 14, verses 1 through 5. When you get it, my brother, go ahead and read.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and
Uh-huh.
thy spoils shall be divided in the midst of thee.
The day of the Lord coming, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. Go ahead and read.
For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle.
Now, this after the great tribulation. Lord finna set the record straight. Go ahead and read.
And the city shall be taken,
Uh-huh.
and the houses rifled,
Come on.
and the women ravished,
Come on.
and half of the city shall go forth into captivity,
Uh-huh.
and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
Now go ahead. What's going to happen after all that? Verse 3.
Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations.
So the Lord coming to fight against those nations. Go ahead.
That's when he fought in the day of battle.
Uh-huh.
And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives,
Go ahead, brother.
which is before Jerusalem on the east.
Yes, sir.
And the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst
Mm-hmm.
thereof towards the east and towards the west. And there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mount shall remove towards the north,
So you're going to be a split in that mountain. Go ahead, brother.
half of it towards the south.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall flee to the valley of the mounts,
Mm-hmm.
for the valley of the mounts shall reach unto Azel.
Go ahead, brother.
Yea, ye shall flee, like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord my God shall come,
Uh-huh.
and all the saints with
Now, we read about that a couple of times about the angels and the saints coming with the Most High. But go ahead and read. Skip that over verse 5. Skip down to verse 9, read 9 through 12. What do it say?
And the Lord shall be king over all the earth.
And Yahweh shall be king over all the earth.
In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
Uh-huh.
And the land shall be turned as a plain from Geba to Ramon,
Uh-huh.
south of Jerusalem.
South of Jerusalem.
And it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place.
Mm-hmm.
From Benjamin's gate.
From whose gate?
Benjamin's
That's one of
gate
the 12 gates we read about, but go ahead.
unto the place of the first gate.
Uh-huh.
And unto the corner gate
Yeah.
from the tower of Hananel.
We read about all these gates. I ain't ready to get Gentile gate yet. Go ahead and read.
Unto the king's wine press.
Uh-huh.
And men shall dwell in it.
Mm-hmm.
There shall be no more utter destruction.
And men gonna dwell in it, and there should be no more other destruction. Go ahead.
But Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited.
Read verse 12. Now we done read about all other nations, right? That all these nations come up to battle, coming up against Jerusalem. This how the Lord gonna deal with them. Go ahead and read.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their
So
feet.
their flesh just gonna melt off their bones while they standing on their feet, and what else?
And their eyes shall consume away in their hole.
And your eyes gonna melt away in your socks. Go ahead.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Uh-huh. Skip down and read 14 through 21. We're gonna end it right there.
And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem.
And see, then Judah, the nation, the southern tribes of Judah, we gonna get to swing some swords and cut some heads too. See, it ain't just gonna be Yeshua and the angel swing a sword. We get to swing swords too, off with their head. Go ahead and read.
And the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance.
All your sharp clothes, all your gold, all your silver, all your money got to come back to where it belongs. Simple and plain. Go ahead and read.
So shall be the plague of the horse,
Uh-huh.
of the mule, of
Mhm.
the camel, of the ass,
Yeah.
and of all the beasts that shall be in those tents is this plague.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all nations
And he can do killing all these folks. Everybody that left, all the people of the nations that left, what's gonna happen? Go ahead and read.
which came against Jerusalem
Uh-huh.
shall even go up from year to year to worship the King,
Uh-huh.
the Lord of hosts,
Uh-huh.
and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
And they gonna be keeping the Feast of Tabernacle. They gonna come up there one time every year. The ones that left of the nation, the ones that didn't get killed, and the ones that finally wised up and bowed their knee to Yeshua and recognize these people for who they is, they got to come up. Go ahead and read.
And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto
Mhm.
Jerusalem to worship the King,
Mm-hmm.
the Lord of hosts,
Mm-hmm.
even upon them should be no rain.
That's right, brother.
And if the family of Egypt go not up,
Okay, go to them Hamites again. Go ahead.
and come not that have no rain, there shall be the plague.
Mm-hmm.
wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of
Now
Tabernacles.
he just included everybody in. Go ahead and read. 19.
19. This shall be the punishment of Egypt,
The ones that's walking in darkness, because Egypt represents bondage and darkness. Go ahead and read.
and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
Uh-huh.
In that day there shall be upon the bales of the horses
Holiness.
unto the Lord.
Yes, sir.
And the pots in the Lord's house shall be like the bowls before the altar.
Yes, sir. Ain't gonna be no pig meat swirling around. Ain't be no crab meat, no shrimps, none of that. It's gonna be pots of holiness unto the Lord. Go ahead and read.
Yea, every pot in Jerusalem
Every pot in Jerusalem.
and in Judah
Mm-hmm.
shall be holiness unto the Lord of hosts.
Yes, sir.
And all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them
And what?
and seed therein.
Go ahead, brother.
And in that day there should be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord
And
of
he
hosts.
got that. Finally got down to the last one who had the land before he promised it to our father Abraham. He got down. He dealt with the Gentiles, the Hamites. He dealt with Edom and all the other nations. He said it ain't even gonna be no Canaanites in the land no more. So I'm gonna ask you the question: what about the other nations? You just heard through the reading of the scripture what the Most High got to say about the other nations. But once again, I'm going to say it like this here. This ain't no hate speech. This ain't no hate lesson. It's just calling it what it is. Read the scripture for what it is. And anybody got a problem with it, your problem ain't with us. It's with the word of the Most High God. This is all we've been saying. And if anybody can prove us wrong, pick up the phone and show us through the reading of the scripture where we went wrong. Ain't no gates of the Gentiles in the New Jerusalem. I'm sorry. Ain't no gate of the Hamite, Edomite, none of them. Ain't no spirit in Israel. The only spirit of Israel gonna be in Israel is the Israelites, flesh and blood Israelites, that have become spiritually conscious and believe in the commandment and Yeshua. All praise. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I forgot. Pentecost. Coming up next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Pentecost in Memphis is on. I know we got some brews confirmed to come down. We look forward to seeing our brothers and sisters coming down. Anybody that want to come, you're more than welcome to come fellowship with us. We'll be posting the information. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is. It's 2757 South Mendenhall Road in Memphis, Tennessee. It's going to be at 1 o'clock. Yeah, we got people coming in 1 to 6 on June the 16th at the Aspire Event Hall. So come on out, fellowship with your brothers and sisters. Let's drink a little wine, have a little fellowship, get to know one another, and rejoice before the Most High God as He has commanded us to. But we're going to rejoice in righteousness. We're not going to keep the feast unworthily. You understand? Right. All right. You got anything else, bro?
No, I ain't got nothing. Bombs will be dropping pretty soon.
Yeah, like they always do.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be going over this Gentile thing, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Who was Paul writing to? And then once you examine the scriptures, it's real simple. Like stuff really started to jump out at you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm just thankful for the Most High, you know, for
sure.
opening up His understanding,
for sure.
Sending His spirit of revelation down.
That's right, bro. That's right, bro.
And all praises go to Him.
All praises go to Him. All praises, man.
Man, Shabbat Shalom and for the rest of y'all 7.
Yeah. That's all you got, bro? Well, all praise, honor, and great glory is unto our Elohim. The Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Ishkak, and the Elohim of Yaakov. This is boy T Boogie. I got the young lion standing 10 toes down, feet on the ground. Happy Sabbath, Shabbat Shalom to our brothers and sisters in the faith. We salute you. We love y'all. Remember who you are and what you've been called to do. We're going to holler at y'all one more again on the other side.
I was lost, but now I'm found. I'm a child of Israel. I heard the sound. You hear the sound. Please give me the strength to stand today. With my eyes towards the east, show me the way to Zion. I'm on my knees, laying my life on the line. I'm begging, please, to Zion. Please don't let me fall. Give me the strength. Place my feet, Lord, guide my path. Show me the way to Zion. I opened up the book and see that the apple of your eye including me. And through the tribulation, I know I must stand. For a new heaven, a new earth, show me the way to Zion. I'm on my knees, laying my life on the line. I'm begging, please, please don't let me fall. Give me strength. Place my feet, guide my path. Show me the way to Zion. I feel the Spirit calling me, drawing me back home. Oh, it's something with my family. I know we won't be long. One day you're gonna look for me, and I'll be gone home. Yeah, it's when it's calling us back home to Zion. I'm on my knees. I lay down my life. I'm begging, please don't let me fall. Give me the strength. Give me the strength. Let my feet guide my path. Way to Zion. I'm on my knees, laying my life on the line. I'm begging, please don't let me fall. Give me strength. Place my feet, guide my path. Show me the way to Zion.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm Elder Ricard Shiar of the Gathering of Christ Church. Myself here with Elder Lawyer. Elder Lawyer and I is here for another Sabbath. All praises be the Most High, Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya Wabiwak. We're here for another Sabbath with a new, timely lesson. It's not going to be anything too much different than what we teach this time of year, but we're going to bring a greater perspective to this so-called holiday called Easter. Okay, but before we begin, let me first say shalom to my brothers and sisters who diligently follow the church, and we thank you for your dedication and your participation with the church every Sabbath. So I would like to say thanks to all you brothers and sisters who are here to the end. You've been here for a long time, and you're standing firm, and I'd like to thank you, and I humbly appreciate all you bring to the table. Okay, keep in mind, we are a body. It's called the Gathering of Christ Church. It's not about one person. We're many members of the same body, and that body is Christ. Yeshua is his name. He was sacrificed for the sins of the children of Israel. Okay, now as you come in, please hit the like button. That way others out there will know that our Sabbath has begun. Okay, now before I go into anything, right, let's first do our Hebrew credo. Okay, and that's Shema Yasha Allah. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Okay.
Shema Yasha Allah Ahaya Alahaya Nawa Ahaya Akkad.
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 Shema Yasha'Allah Ahaya Alahaya Nawa Ahaya Akkad.
Shema Yasha'Allah Ahaya Alahaya Nawa Ahaya Chad.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Okay, shalom, brothers and sisters. Again, I'm Elder Ricard Shaw of the Gathering of Christ Church. And today our lesson will be on Easter, actually, a so-called holy day. See, they call it holiday to throw the majority of the unlearned off in the earth, to make you believe it's not a holy day. That's what holy means, or I is synonymous with why. Easter this coming Sunday is an actual holy day, okay? And it isn't exactly what Christians have been telling their followers. Hence, our lesson today will be titled Easter symbolism. Satanists are now reclaiming Easter. Satanists want their Easter back, okay? And while shining a light on this, the statement or the description of this whole thing is Christian leaders has deceived their followers. Okay. Now why do I make a blanket statement like that and say, well, Christian leaders has deceived their followers? There's no excuse for Christian pastors to deny the truth of this Bible anymore. And there's no reason in the time in which we are in the awakening with all the information flowing out there, it's no reason for them to use as an excuse Christ and grace to purposely break God's Bible and uphold Satanism. There's really no excuse that, this late in the game. Okay. Now, usually I like to get it up to about 1,000 people or near 1,000 before going into the lesson, because I don't want people coming in and asking, well, what is this about? So what I would like to do for a couple of minutes right before we go in, Elder Lawyer.
Yes, sir.
Personally, I would like to talk about, real quick, a few phone calls that stood out this week. Okay. And thank you for doing the Sabbath for me. Unfortunately, the radio show. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there. I'll be back next week, of course, on the radio broadcast while in Florida. We'll be in Florida all of next week, and we'll be going into the congregation and sitting down with Elder Fresnel and all the brothers and sisters in Florida next weekend, next Sabbath. So be ready for that, you brothers and sisters in Florida. Okay, I know I've been pushing back, moving the bar for a while now, but finally the elders of the Gathering of Christ Church will be, and we come in with a whole band of people, will be in the Florida area this next Sabbath. I wanted to announce that. But in the midst of my week, I took a few phone calls. One phone call, and again, stay here through the end all the way through the end of this lesson, and you'll get the details if you're in the Florida area on how to congregate with us if you would like. Okay. Now, took a few phone calls this week, and a few stood out. One stood out. A brother called me. I think what was that? Friday. Yesterday, a matter of fact. A brother called in concern of his family. I had my phone up because usually I keep it up during the day in case brothers and sisters may call concerning anything with the church. I keep it up so I can answer calls. And out of nowhere, this was about near 1 o'clock yesterday. A brother called me and asked, well, what exactly are we? Right? And I asked the brother, I don't understand what you mean. What exactly are we, brother? You've called me, so obviously you know something about us. So the brother said, well, I need to know, are you a religion? I'm like, well, it depends on what perspective you're coming from. Well, people who don't know us, seeing us read out of the Bible, would believe that it's a religion. Okay, so if you're going to say, well, Bible believers are a religion, from your perspective, we can be deemed that, right? But we believe in God. Okay, we believe in Christ as our Savior. Okay, but this is not a religious belief as you know it today. We are actually, through bloodline, the children of God. We religiously believe or know beyond any shadow of a doubt that our people who've suffered by the hands of the Romans throughout the earth are in fact the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You right? He says, well, I'm concerned. And I'm like, brother, what is the concern? He says, well, my brother religiously watches your videos, and he's changing in a lot of different ways. And I'm just alarmed with, him thinking about going someplace else if need be and not be in America and do this, that, and the other. So I broke them down one point at a time. I'm not going to make the whole lesson on this, but I'm sure brothers and sisters out there, be it on either side, those that are looking at the videos or their family members, has experienced this from one angle or the other, and want to know, well, what is this? What's so important concerning this that it's changing the person I know, right? This is how some people are looking at it who don't understand it. He's changing. He don't go to some of the functions he used to go to. He don't act the way he used to, and I'm alarmed. And I'm afraid that this might be some type of cult or something. I'm like, brother, you have the right to be alarmed. Okay, you have the right to be concerned. That shows you love your brother, understandably. But you don't have to worry about us. So I ticked all the boxes for the brother. I said, listen, what you're seeing is a phenomenon when someone understands and begin to realize their calling with the Most High God. That's what you're seeing in your brother. The change is outside of us. And I can say definitively that change is on the outside of me, because I remember going through what your brother is going through right now. Okay. When I first heard the word, I could do nothing else. When I realized that I was a child of God and understood that the Bible related to me, I felt that it was time to do a lot of catching up. I was deceived in the Christian church, and it was time to catch up. So I began to inundate myself with history, biblical history, filling in the blanks. It had nothing. My teacher was just a facilitator or a porter at the door. But once the Spirit began to open, and my perspective changed, it was on me at that point. I began to just delve into this Bible like never before. And my family, the family didn't understand it. I'm like, so that's what you have to understand, that this spiritual phenomenon, and this is the problem. Brothers and sisters out there claim to be spiritual all the time. They claim they follow God. But when God is actually intervening in someone's life, they would like to look at man or something else. Do you believe in God or not? Do you believe that God has a hand on him? Okay, so, because keep in mind, not once have you seen anything negative concerning the brother. He's not talking about harming anyone. He's not talking about sinning against anyone. I'm like, the reason why people think that it's a cult is because they can't believe that black people are actually listening to their own people. That's a phenomenon in itself. Okay, when someone like Jim Jones can sneak up right up under your nose that no one will believe is a cult, and this white guy take you over somewhere and have you drink the Kool-Aid. So I started ticking the box with him, Elder Lawyer. Okay, and you can jump in at any time because I'm just waiting for this to come up. I said, first of all, brother, you think it's alarming that your brother would like to travel or probably live in another country somewhere? He says, yeah, that's alarming to me. I'm like, so I need you to recalibrate your perspective. And guess what? I was very respectful with him. It turned out to be a great conversation with him. I'm like, I need you to recalibrate your perspective. So if your brother was to join the military and get shipped off to another country to live, to kill in the name of the country, you would have no concerns about him being someplace else. But he's following the Most High, and through that is searching for himself, and through that exploring beyond his captive confines without being sent out to harm anyone, and you think something is wrong with him. But it's okay if he was to join the military and be based someplace you've never known before and kill in the name of the country, or get killed. They could send him back in a box, and you would feel nothing, like nothing was wrong with him dying in another country. So you need to recalibrate your perspective, brother. That's what I said. Recalibrate that. Okay? Recalibrate that. Because what you think is acceptable is the cult. Okay? And I'm like, so think about this. I'm like, brother, you live where I live. Usually we grew up in the hood, right? He said, yes. I'm like, okay. How many of the people that are sucking our communities dry monetarily comes from America? When you look at your Chinese stores, your Asian stores, your Arab stores, how many of these people are from someplace else? He says, well, the majority of them, East Indians or whatever, even Africans. I'm like, okay, case in point. So you are alarmed that your brother may go someplace else when everyone here is from someplace else. That's number one. And number two, I need you to think about this. Only slaves get alarmed with someone actually going into another country. Other nations don't have that issue. They're used to traveling everywhere freely. Only a slave is alarmed that if their family member is going somewhere else without master sending them. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to think for yourself and be able to just, repatriate or expat yourself, or not even expat, repatriate yourself to another location freely as a free person. What's wrong with your thinking? Okay, when everyone is coming into your community, these strangers are setting up stores and from someplace else, and no one asked, and none of their family from overseas asked, where are you going? Are you leaving? Are you going into a cult? So what's wrong with our mentality, brother? I need you to really think about that. And I'm like, listen, what intimidates you, brother, is that your brother has rose above the war of ignorance. There's a war to keep us in ignorance. He has rose above that and has become a free thinker. That's what's going on, okay? To me, I'm a recluse. Less is better. And I made sure I let the brother know, listen, I'm not staying in no one's house, and no one is staying in my house. I'm not trying to set up no compound. I'm not telling people to come be under me. You got to be crazy. I'm not into that. You follow the Most High freely. No one is paying me to live someplace. You're not paying me to go someplace. None of that crap. We're not living. I'm not setting up a compound somewhere of the Gathering of Christ Church overseas. That's a recipe for disaster, don't you think? And he started laughing. I'm like, brother, I'm just like you. But like your brother, I have rose above the war of ignorance. I refuse to deal in ignorance anymore. I'm seeking my God, the God of Israel, like we sought him before getting freed in ancient Egypt. I'm like, brother, it's time. And that's why it's timely that I'm wearing this shirt today. Time is running out.
That's right.
I'm like, brother, listen, he should be more concerned with you. Okay. He don't go to functions and he's not like, and then he says, well, what about his wife? And I'm like, listen, that's good that the brother have a wife. And it's good that his wife know that she has a man that will obey God and love her like Christ loved the church. That's good. I'm like, now, if you think this, now if she's running around with an attitude because he no longer eat her pork chops anymore or her unclean food, then that's something she has to get over, because Christ said, remember Lot's wife. Christ said, remembers Lot's wife. Okay? Lot's wife looked back into Sodom and Gomorrah where her heart was and turned to a pillar of salt. So if she get disgruntled or feel a certain type of way because he's not the man she married, that's what being born again is. Being born again, you become someone different when you begin to serve the living God. And that's just the way it is. I'm like, she's going to have to swallow that and learn who this man is. The man she loved is still there. But now he's becoming what? You got it. Born again. Washed, cleaned. No longer will he partake in, if he's looking to walk righteously, uncleanliness. So if she get mad because he don't want to dove into the mire, into the pig mire, then guess what? She can run around with an attitude then. Either she's going to walk in truth or not, or she walk in this war in ignorance. And this war of ignorance is going to lead the majority of our people dead. Dead. I'm like, brother, listen. And I said, I'm going to end it before I go here. I said, brother, what's wrong with us following the Bible? Is there something wrong with that? And see, this is a perfect segue into our lesson today. Easter symbolism. Satanists are reclaiming Easter. If this brother was celebrating Easter this Sunday, no one would have called or been concerned about anything. If this brother would have turned Muslim, no one would have been concerned about him or concerned about him joining a cult. If he would have joined a Buddhist temple and put Buddhist idols up on his mantelpiece, saying that he's trying to find his chi or his middle ground place, and began to do all types of chants and channeling for demons with that little bell, no one would have said at that point, this brother was in threat of joining a cult. Okay. Someone says we're having volume problems. It seems fine to me. Maybe I need to turn it up just a little bit. I'll give it a little gain. All right. But just going to say, doesn't seem like any issue to me, brothers and sisters, when you join Buddhist temples, become a Muslim or a Christian. Right?
If you don't mind, I want to read this real quick.
Come on.
Wisdom of Solomon 14:22.
Yes.
Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God. But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace.
And the plagues, which is really the curses we see from living in this ignorance, we began to call normal.
Exactly.
Families don't stay together. It's total dysfunction within our communities, but yet we deem that normal. We call that peace. But when you get a brother who began to connect with the Most High, and the Most High is actually, believe it or not, the Most High is calling that man out of it to save the ignorant, to help your family. I wanted to put that out there. It was an interesting phone call. Okay. But the brother felt comfortable afterwards, because I said, listen, brother, your brother's learning he's an Israelite. That's fine. But there's a lot of things out there that call themselves Israelites. If if anything, you should be more comfortable with what he found compared to what's out there. Okay, you should fall on your knees and thank the Most High that he found the gathering of Christ Church, opposed to what's out there being called Israelites. Okay, straight out. We're not imposing our will on people, trying to make them into something and trying to have them controlled by us. We're not becoming lords over people. You don't hear us ranking people based on number and having them have to totally denounce their families to be amongst us. Okay, we're not in no councils 3, 4 in the morning shaking people down for finances like a lot of these crazies are doing. Okay, we're not into that. Okay, we're giving brothers and sisters the knowledge to raise their own homes. I'm like, and at the end of the day, brother, it starts with, and I said it like this, brother, you on the phone not for your brother but for you. At the end of it.
That's right.
I'm like, brother, you're talking, you're speaking with me, and you have to realize, brother, that I don't always answer the phone. So happen the phone is up right now, and sometimes I hear the messages and call back. But I'm here speaking to you because of you. Your brother is doing what he needs to do, brother. But you, the curiosity in you is to, needs to be satisfied. Okay. Come to find out that was his twin brother, so I can understand his concern. And I said, brother, and not only that, I'm not talking, Elder Lawyer, about a spring chicken. I'm talking about a man that was 40 years old. Okay. So I say, brother, you on the phone not for your brother, but for me and you to converse. And at the end of it, I'm like, I'm in the midst of something because I had to take my son somewhere, whatever the case is. And I said, listen, I was in the midst of driving at the time and said, well, listen, just started the 10 Commandments, brother. That's why I'm like, started the 10 Commandments. That's it. You can find, let me tell you, you can expose this whole wicked, I would call Babylonian construct. You can expose the whole thing, brothers and sisters, with the 10 Commandments. Hence, our lesson today. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Our lesson, jump in. We're over 1,000 now.